to Sam.
So they're still at the front, I think, apparently.
Where? Up there?
Yeah, it's up there front.
What were they from? Like Greens or?
No, nothing. Just a lady calling us racist.
Oh, okay. Thank you. The live is up. Yep.
It's up? Is it on everything? Facebook, X? Is it working? YouTube?
Let's just welcome it on. And then...
Yeah. We just make sure it's working. Remember last time there was issues on...
Yeah, but I saw the issues early. Yeah, it's working.
Oh yeah, it's working. Hey guys, what's up? Can you hear us? We are coming to you live from the electorate of Nepean.
All right, welcome guys. This is going to be a live stream here in Nepean. We'll introduce you in a second. For the moment, just go and make sure to smash that like and share. The event here starts in about 25 minutes, so we're a bit early. Get involved in the conversation on YouTube, on most of the platforms, actually every platform. The comments
Facebook,
coming through.
X, YouTube.
I'm just going to share it around just like you guys should. So
I'll be in B-roll.
talk to them, let them know what's happening, and I'll...
Yeah. So guys, we're here in the electorate of Nepean in Victoria for a One Nation meet and greet event where Senator Pauline Hanson, the leader of One Nation, is going to be appearing here as well to support the candidate, Darren, who is running here in the by-election. Pre-polling starts, I believe, next week, and there is a lot of locals coming down here. So we're here to cover the One Nation event that's taking place, and we'll bring you the live stream of the speeches, hopefully some interviews. Hopefully Avi can grab an interview with Senator Hansen as well. That'll be good. And we'll be covering this over the next couple of hours, so thanks for joining in. We'll try to get some of your comments at the end if you're doing super chats on YouTube. We'll try to answer those at the end, but for now we're just setting up and ensuring that all the streams are going through. Good, how are you doing?
Good. We're Facebook friends.
Cindy, nice to meet you, Cindy.
You too. I'll fetch you a couple of times.
We're just on the live stream now.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
You gonna come on the live stream?
How's it going?
Say hi to everyone. Thanks, Cindy. So yeah, I think they're expecting a big turnout today. I heard it's a sold out event.
You guys are the best. I'm gonna shake your hand.
There you go, mate.
You guys are the best. Hey, look at there, Rebel.
How you going, guys?
You got me through COVID.
Did I? You look like you survived.
I did, mate.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey mate, how's it going, man? Thanks, buddy. Thanks, guys. So yeah, I mean, look, it's going to be a consequential by-election. A lot of the state is looking at Victoria because we've got the Victorian state election coming up in a few months, and everyone's kind of trying to figure out what the One Nation performance will be like here in the state of Victoria. We've already seen One Nation, how they performed in South Australia and how they're polling federally as well. And definitely, in South Australia, they definitely challenged Labor and the Liberals and ended up winning a few lower house seats and upper house seats and had a really good performance for One Nation in South Australia. So we've got the Victorian state election coming up in a few months, but this is the by-election here in the electorate of Nepean. Sam Groth's seat, who is a Liberal member, who is no longer a part of the Liberal Party. That's what's triggered this by-election. And it's going to be a runoff, I guess, between One Nation and the new Liberal candidate that's running here, who is I believe, on leave as the Mayor of Mornington Peninsula for the Liberals. I forgot his name right now. We'll get his name later, but we've got Darren running here for One Nation. And we're going to probably talk to Darren, talk to some of the other candidates that might be here, some of the other state leaders from the One Nation party that are here, as well as Senator Pauline Hanson, the leader of One Nation, that will be here at some point today. The crowd's still coming, people are still gathering here. They're expecting a few hundred people. We're going to bring you the speeches, interviews with locals here. that have come to support the candidate and come to support One Nation. And Avi's going to be going around and talking to people. Avi?
Yeah, we just missed. There was apparently a couple of protesters, and we only found it a little late. So hopefully they return so we can have a bit of a conversation.
Yeah, and there's actually a lot of media here as well. I've noticed the cameras from Channel 9.
The media has changed its tone in Victoria, and I might have a chance to talk to a couple of them about why the shift. Is it, are they serious about their change? Have they woken up to their mistakes from a decade ago? Because I remember there's some of these same reporters. We'll see if they come, the ones that I believe that are coming, that, a decade ago were demonising.
Well, I mean, I remember going to One Nation events before the last federal election, and the media wouldn't turn up to those events.
No.
Now it's a different ballgame.
But, so ABC, this is the new policy at One Nation, which I'm loving. ABC is apparently banned from entering
So
the
are they
actual...
here?
I don't know. If they are, we'll go have a chat with them and ask them how it feels to be banned.
All right, guys, so you heard that here first. We're going to find ABC if they're here. They're locked out of the event because they're banned from One Nation events, but we will go try to interview ABC and see what they're doing here and see what they think about One Nation ban.
So this event starts in about 22 minutes. We've started the live stream a little bit early. Get involved in the conversation. The comments, as you can see, they're scrolling on the side. And as usual, this is a behind the scenes live coverage of an event. So we've been doing a lot more of that over the last year or so, where you get to see actually how we how we produce this, our reports live. So there's going to be unedited. You're going to see the mistakes, the bloopers. You're going to see, things as they happen. You feel free to clip them and share them if there's something interesting, and make sure to tag us. That way later we can at least enjoy the fruits of our labour. Yeah. But otherwise, just make sure to share it, like it, help the algorithm. Otherwise, you're also going to see, I'm going to do a piece to camera now that is used in the report. So that's probably where you're going to see the bloopers. And can you read the comments there, or you can't really read?
I'm going to make it bigger. Let's make it bigger.
Make it bigger so you can see the comments.
Yeah.
There you go. So you can talk. Rukshan can see the comments. So if there's any dramas, let him know. Yeah. If his camera work is shocking, let him know. But I'm going to start now with just intro to the camera. Paul's here. All right, let me do the Benji. I'll do the intro to it. So it's a Nepean, yeah. Yeah, the election by-election for a Nepean. Aviamini for Rebel News in Melbourne, Australia. It's actually, what are we wearing? Rosebud. Yeah, Rosebud. Yeah. Aviamini for Rebel News in Rosebud, Victoria, at the first real test for One Nation in this state at the by-election for Nepean. We're here tonight to find out why people have come out and what we can expect in the upcoming election. Right, that's the open. So I reckon we talk to some of the people. How you going, mate?
Good. I've seen you around a little bit.
You haven't?
I have.
You have?
Yeah, at all the protesting everywhere.
You've been hanging out at protests?
Yeah, only with all the bad other people.
Troublemaker. Tell me why you're here tonight.
Why am I here? Well, I've been a candidate for Pauline in the federal election for Holt. I support everything that we do. We need change especially in Victoria this coming election, and put my name down for a candidate again. Hopefully, I get endorsed and try to bring change to Victoria.
I think your endorsement all depends on how this interview goes today.
True. Yeah. I don't know what I can add to that.
Which election did you run as a candidate?
I ran in Holt.
In last election?
Federal
election?
Yep.
How do you feel now, seeing compared to then, how One Nation is suddenly polling?
Well, what happened, right, we'll just quickly go over that. I stood for the Holt to encourage other people to come forward, and that's pretty much what it has. I hear over 800 candidates for Victoria, and that's what I was part of, is promoting the party and showing people that you don't have to be worried about being called a racist or whatever, because we're not. We're mum and dads. We're here for our families, friends, and a better Australia. What's happened? Everywhere I go now, I talk to people about One Nation, and hardly anybody says they ain't going to vote for them anymore. I think it's a big pivoting point in politics in the whole of Australia. As I said, people never really talked about One Nation. I thought they were supported it, but didn't come forward because they didn't want to be tagged with one of the names. But now people freely talk about it, and people are freely, saying they're going to vote One Nation.
What do you think changed?
What do I think? Well, I know.
Finally, how does it feel to be taller than me?
Hang on, I'll get down on the same step. Now we're the same.
This is the first time
We're the
in
same
my
size.
career where I didn't have to get on a step to be taller than someone. God bless. All right, good luck, mate.
No worries. Thank you.
All right, where's Rukshang gone? Oh, there he is.
It's on, yeah. Yeah. We're just going to go inside, guys. Let's see what's happening inside. There's still people coming.
You're worse than me.
Long time no see. Okay. So let's walk around. Let's talk to a few people here and see why they're here. This table looks like trouble.
How are you, mate?
What's happening?
Long time viewer.
Oh,
Love it.
thank you.
How are you?
What makes you a viewer? Why did you view?
Over COVID.
COVID.
Yeah. So mainly pretty much the lives that you did over COVID and everything ever since. So I'd keep following your page.
Are you a One Nation member?
Yeah.
How long you been One Nation?
6 months.
Oh, so you're fairly new.
Was a Liberal Party member.
You were.
Yeah. Got disgruntled. Didn't like it. Didn't like the direction that they were heading. So yeah. So I nominated for pre-selection for Hastings, and now I've switched over to One Nation for pre-selection. So see how that goes.
Did you have a lot of friends in the Liberal Party?
Yep, still do. Yeah, and
Have many moved?
I think they will be, and some of them have, and a lot of them will be. So depending on how it pretty much pans out, especially for here. So
What was the final straw for you to move from Liberal Party to One Nation?
they just lost their direction. So even at a SEC, FEC kind of base level, like they just lost their way. They were just treating their members like just numbers, stuff like that. They lost the bigger picture of trying to get Labor out and working on their policies, and then they've just gone, oh, we'll just hammer each other. And that's evident even now. So you can see that playing out in the news.
How long were you a member of the Liberal Party?
About 2 years. Yeah, about 2 years.
So you joined them about after COVID?
Yep, yeah. And that's when I pretty much got the interest. So especially after the oppression, a lot of people lost their jobs. My sister moved to Queensland because of it. And it kind of generates your interest in all this. So
COVID got you interested in politics, got you engaged. You joined the Liberal Party hoping to change something, and then you were disillusioned.
Found that it was not going to get you anywhere. Yeah, so I pretty much just said, nah, that's enough. Especially when the rise, you'd call it, of One Nation, where you go, well, everyone can have their part, you know, even at events like this and stuff, well, they listen, you know what I mean? I found that wasn't evident with the Liberal Party, where they just got their way of doing things, and then that's it, you know what I mean? You just had to toe the line, or, yeah, that's it.
Who are you here with? Is this your crew?
Yeah, so, yep.
Your friends or your family?
Yep, no, so we've just met through...
Oh, you met through One Nation?
Yeah, yep.
Were any of you come from the Liberal Party as well, or you came from the Liberal Party? We got to find out why you came from the Liberal Party. How long were you a member of the Liberal Party?
Only for 2 years.
And that was again after COVID?
No, that was during COVID, and then after COVID, I joined One Nation.
Okay, so you've been with One Nation for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
How do you feel now seeing in the last, 6 months, this surge that we're seeing across the country compared to even 2 years ago?
I think it's amazing. I think it's great that people are finally realising that Pauline's been right.
What do you think changed it? Why do you think people...
I think Bondi changed everything for a lot of people. I think that was a real wake-up call for all of Australia.
What will you say to those Liberal Party members that haven't come over yet? What would you say to them?
It's time to change.
Get on board.
Get on board.
You were never part of the Liberal Party, so who are you to preach?
Oh, well, I've swung vote all over the place, but I have been voting like Pauline Nation, One Nation for quite a while now, so yeah. So I'm not to preach to anyone, but just get on
I'm just
board.
mucking around. But how does it feel going? Like when you would have, how long have you been voting One Nation?
Probably about 3-4 years.
3-4 years, and I'd say 3-4 years ago in Victoria, maybe they were polling 4%, maybe, and now we're looking above 20. How does it feel to know you are actually ahead of the trend?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I just think it's a good thing that people are seeing the way now that the other political parties aren't working for them, and it's the people who vote for, the political parties. So, people need to open their eyes and see what's happening around them. Yeah, and have a look at the policies of One Nation compared to the other policies of other political parties. Yeah.
Oh, how funny. Somebody's telling me that through the live stream, there's anti-One Nation ads running. Guys, ignore the ads. We're getting paid to run them. I can't help. I'm still Jewish. Forget the ads. Vote for One Nation. I didn't say that. Authorised by Rebel News. Don't I have to say something like that? There you go. What did you say?
We support Israel
You support Israel? Why do you support Israel?
because they are copying it from every side, and he's doing an amazing job, their Prime Minister.
We've got a radical over here.
My word.
How long have you been with One Nation?
I'm not with them yet, I'm about to be.
You're joining One Nation.
12 of us are.
Where did you come from? Are you were you part of another political party?
Yes,
Who?
same as this lady.
You were in the Liberal Party, and you've quit.
We're quitting.
You're
That's
quitting. You're still. Are you seeing a lot of people from the Liberal Party moving over to One Nation?
right. They are.
Why?
Because they're not listening to the membership. That's what. The Liberal Party have a lot of very good people. I'm not saying they're all like that. It's just the management need an overhaul.
I love it.
So, we've got amazing politicians in the Liberal Party, and even they're not getting the right treatment. So we're going.
How long have you been a Liberal Party member?
12 years.
How's that possible when you're 21? You didn't.
Well, that's about the fourth round, I think.
Good on you. Thank you so much.
No, we're going with One Nation.
Love it. You can see that there's Liberal Party members now One Nation. Who you? She was great. Look at these hats. Look at those caps. What do we got there?
I'm one of your followers, by the way.
Oh,
Yes, we know you.
where are we from?
Glasgow.
Glasgow. I'm not sure. Are these one of the good immigrants?
£10 tourist.
We've been here for a long time,
How long have you been in Australia?
since 87,
Since 87.
68.
68.
1968.
1968, and I still don't understand what you're saying.
I know. I can't understand her either.
Do you reckon on the immigration test, the citizenship test, we should have a qualification of how strong your accent is?
For £10, I said, that's cheap, we'll go there.
How long have you been part of One Nation?
Well, since it started, really. Go way before that, really.
So before it was cool.
Well, it was Pauline Hanson to me.
But before it was cool, now it's become popular.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. How does it feel seeing now that One Nation is this popular?
I'm so happy. We need definitely somebody in opposition. Otherwise, we get two heads of the same snake.
What do you think changed? Why suddenly is there this surge?
It's been very unjust. And again, it's a two-tier, judging, all that stuff. No, needs a change. Need to go back to being Australia.
Back to being Australia, yeah? What about you?
Well, Australia's changed so much, and nowadays, if you're English, you can't get into Australia. I've got friends who want to come, but now they won't take them because they're not, the right ethnic group, I suppose. It should be Europeans because that's what Australians came from, Europeans,
So they're struggling to get visas in.
Yeah, they can't come in. No, they can't come into work or anything. Like when I emigrated, it took me 6 weeks and I had my passport stamped and I was here.
Maybe that was the problem.
Maybe. No, it's been great.
What's the most important issue at the moment, do you think?
Too much immigration because we haven't got the infrastructure to cope with, and the housing. There's no housing for them, and they just let them in. So, I don't want to see Australia go the same way that England's gone.
It's in a position at the moment, isn't it?
England's become, London is unrecognisable anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't want to go back again. I used to love London. Some awful things are happening there. I've got friends that live there.
Who bought the caps is what I want to know. Who?
I had them made.
You had them made?
Yeah.
Bought them
Yeah.
off before.
And I've got all different colours, black ones, and also the green one.
Oh, yeah? You're actually selling them. To order a cap, can I read it out? Do you want orders or not?
Oh, yeah. But
I'm trying to advertise here. I only get 80% of the profits.
But I thought maybe because they're selling caps, they wouldn't like
It's One Nation. It's not Make Australia Great Again. Guys, all right, I'm not promoting it, but if you want to get one of these Make Australia... we can't promise you're going to look as beautiful as these women, but you can get one of these caps. You've got to call Laurie. This is old school. This is none of that eBay crap that you've seen. They're not made in China, are they?
No. Well, maybe the cap is, but... because you can't get them anywhere else. But I had them embroidered.
To be fair, even if it's made in Melbourne, it's still made in China, technically.
But they're embroidered in Dramana.
Okay. Embroidered in Dramana, but you'll be glad to hear we still have little child labour from Benji's hometown. You've got to call Laurie on... Are you ready? 0433 803 337. That's your business number there.
Yes.
All right. What was it? 0433 803 337, and you can get one of these caps. But like I said, you're not going to look as beautiful.
I've got black ones as well.
Why you keep trying to sell the black ones?
And also Aussie colours, green and gold.
You're upselling. I was going to buy one. Now I feel like getting three. Good on you. Good on you, ladies. Well done. No, that's it. What happened? Can I ask you about it?
100%.
Ladies and gentlemen, remind the audience who you are.
My name's Michael Piastrino. I ran in 2022 against ex-Premier Daniel Andrews in the Liberal Party. No more Liberal, One Nation all the way.
Why?
Look, I decided I wanted to be in a party that stuck together, that looked after each other and protected each other. Look, I have many friends in the Liberal Party, but unfortunately, they've lost their way. The only way now is to vote One Nation all the way.
So what is it that's changing it for so many people? Because we're obviously seeing a major shift, even here in Victoria, which is a socialist state. We're seeing so many people jump on the One Nation bandwagon. Why? What do you think has changed that, even you, Liberal Party, in the recent election to One Nation? Why are so many people jumping ship?
I think people want a strong leader. They don't want weak. We're sick of everyone saying yes, yes, yes. It's about time we say no. It's about time we use common sense. We go back to the fundamentals and we just look after our own. Look after our country. Stop the bullshit, basically.
Are you seeing a lot of Liberal friends from the Liberal Party that are jumping to One Nation?
Heaps. So a lot of the Liberals have jumped. I think their numbers have declined dramatically. Same with Labor. A lot of people that I speak to are all about One Nation now. And I believe personally that One Nation will take over Victoria.
Hey,
100%.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, from your mouth to God's ears. Love to see you here, mate.
Thanks for having me. There's a troublemaker outside us.
Oh, let's go. Come on, trouble. He said there's a troublemaker outside. I'm assuming you're talking about Melbourne. We'll come and see you in a minute. Apparently there's another one.
Hey, mate. Good to see you, buddy.
I sort them out, mate.
Where are they?
Legend.
Come. Where are we playing it? Oh, with Shani. They're picking. Yeah, relax. How you doing? What brings you here?
Oh, I just wondered how many uneducated people there were in the Mornington Peninsula.
How many have you counted?
Uneducated. Oh, not that many actually.
So what makes them
Surprisingly
uneducated?
few. Well, they're uninformed probably rather than uneducated.
What are they uninformed about?
Because they're supporting a party that has no policies. They have rapists and criminals in their party. They say they're going to fight crime by getting more police. That's not how you fight crime. You need to fight crime by fighting poverty, because we all know that poverty is the main cause of crime. They've got no policies to fight poverty.
So let's work through each one. So that one, the last one, so you think the problem is that One Nation wants more police to fight crime, and
That's what they told me.
and that's a problem because...
Oh, it's not a problem having more police. I'm just saying that's not the only way to fight crime. And the way they're going to fund more police and how they're going to fund getting rid of land tax or reducing land tax is by getting rid of the Aboriginal Treaty,
Okay.
which I don't think is the right thing to do.
Why not?
Because there should be a treaty with Aboriginals. This was their land first, and they should have a right to have a say in what happens here.
But don't you think every Australian should be equal?
I think Aboriginals should be respected as First Nations people.
Can you do both? Can you respect them as First Nations people but also see
Yes.
every Australian equally?
Yes, but they need to have a bit more of a say because they're a minority group and they are walked all over at the moment.
So when you say that this group is uneducated or uninformed,
Yeah.
we're obviously seeing them
Well,
in the...
for example, their South Australian member, what's her name? I can't remember her name. But she didn't even know she had to go to Parliament. She got voted in, didn't know she had to go to parliamentary meetings. So how is she going to make informed decisions to vote for her constituency? She didn't want to go to meetings because it was going to take time out from her hairdressing business.
So I understand you. Like I hear all these stories that you're
That is a
picking.
very uninformed person.
But you're saying that the people coming here to
Well,
vote.
they're uninformed because they vote for people like her, who have no idea how
Who
the
do you
system works.
who do you support? What party do you support?
I'll go with whoever's policies I prefer at the time.
But can am I assuming like left,
No,
Greens?
you can't assume because
I'm
I might
asking.
even vote Liberal. I don't know yet. I will look into their policies further.
Have you ever voted Liberals before?
I have.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just asking. I'm
Yeah.
interested because you're
I'll go by the policies at the time, not by the person and not by the party.
But
No,
you're-
this party incites hatred and violence and divisiveness. in the
You're jumping around, but you're saying that you're picking certain stories about individual candidates that they've ran.
Yes,
I
correct.
can give you a whole list of Liberal Party, Labor Party, Greens Party that have a rap sheet of different controversies. Does that mean everyone?
Have they got criminal records?
There are some that have in
Have
the
they?
past. There are
In
some.
the past, at the moment though. 'Cause
Who
I'm
has one?
just- I'm just looking at
who
the
has a
moment.
which candidate has a criminal history?
There's
Criminal record.
4 One Nation candidates. I can't remember their names off the top of my head. One includes Pauline Hanson's son.
Okay, for what?
He was convicted for breaking his AVO from when he bashed his wife.
I'm not. I don't know the circumstances of this story, so we're gonna.
Well, you'll have to fact check that one.
Yeah, sure. But it seems like you're picking certain people to push this one thing when people.
Yeah, well,
do you-
they've got to.
Why
it's
do you
just
think
a
so
bit-
many? Why do you think?
they don't vet their candidates properly?
Sure, but it's a growing party very quickly. Why do you think it's growing so quickly? So
I think because
they're polling.
People are tired of a two-party system. They think that
So why are they not voting for the Greens?
because they think that the Greens are all like anti-mining and are
Aren't they?
hopeless with the economy.
Aren't they?
No, they're not completely anti-mining. They want a reduction in fossil fuels and they want sustainability.
Sure. And how's that working out for
And
us at the moment?
Sustainability does not mean getting rid of mining. It means mining sustainably.
Okay, but obviously they want to get rid of fossil fuels. We're doing a pretty good job at the moment by getting rid of the petrol.
Well, you can't get rid of fossil fuels.
Well, they want zero emissions.
No, yeah, zero emissions is fine, but you can't stop using fossil fuels.
How do you
at
have
all.
zero emissions with zero? How do you have
Well,
zero
you can
emissions
have-
with fossil
You can
fuels?
make some emissions, but then you're having carbon
Offsets. That's a scam. You're still having emissions.
No, I didn't. You didn't let me finish.
Okay.
I didn't say carbon offsets. Carbon sequestration.
Okay. Is that to reduce the carbon?
That cancels out the carbon produced. I'm not a scientist, but it does.
Yeah. It sounds like green talk. For
So?
yeah, because
What's wrong with a sustainable environment?
There's
Why
nothing-
shouldn't we be more sustainable?
we should be. But I think
What's
a lot
wrong
of
with
people.
driving an electric car
I
instead
think-
of a petrol guzzler? What is wrong with it?
There's nothing wrong with it except for the fact that our grid probably couldn't sustain it because
You
you're
can
taking
with
us off
rooftop solar.
all the car.
I've got an electric car. I charge it on rooftop solar for free. I charge it when the sun's out.
Yeah. Okay, so you think everyone here is uneducated? Do you think everyone's racist that is voting for one?
Mostly.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever actually gone in there and spoken?
I have spoken to some of the
to
people.
to some of the
I
people.
have spoken to some of the people, and the people I've spoken to, most of them come across as quite racist.
Can
Not
you-
the ones in here, but
Oh, so not tonight.
other One Nation supporters I've spoken to.
So tonight they're not racist.
They're like, stop immigration. Don't let anyone else in.
But how does that make you racist? If you want to stop immigration?
Because people need to come here. Some
Why?
people are escaping dangerous situations in their country.
So, but how, I understand that there's a lot of people struggling around the world, but how does it make you racist to not want to bring more people into a country that's struggling to survive with who's here already?
Well, for starters, people are going on about immigration drains the economy. It doesn't. It is known.
But you're
to be
calling them
net
racist.
positive
You're calling them
for the
racist.
economy.
But I'm trying to ask you, like, does it really have to be only racism that's driving people's fear, or is it the
Have
fact?
you heard what their leader talks like in Parliament? She was convicted of racism 2 years ago. Their leader, and they're following her
What was that for?
for her racist comments
what?
in Parliament.
For saying what?
That all Muslims are bad.
No, she said it was about Marine Faruqi. She told Marine Faruqi to go back to where she came from. How many times has Marine Faruqi made racist remarks to white people? Is it, like, don't you see a double standard? Do you support Marine Faruqi?
I don't know Marine Faruqi.
So you know about the so-called convictions, not conviction.
No,
it was a civil
She
matter.
said all Muslims were bad.
So that's not what she got.
Across the board.
Okay, that's not what she got convicted for, and also you're taking out of context what you're saying. So you're conflating two things. You're talking about when she went to court and lost in court, which is currently under appeal, which was for a comment she made to Marine Faruqi, where she told Marine Faruqi to, if she doesn't like it here, to go back to Pakistan.
Yeah.
Right? Marine Faruqi makes plenty of far
Does she?
worse
Like what?
racist comments about white people all the
Does she?
time.
What did she say?
Look up Marine Faruqi
No, you
and
tell me.
Osman
You tell me
Faruqi,
what she
white people. She
Tell me what she said.
condemns white people all
Does
the
she?
time.
In what
Absolutely.
way? What does
and
she say?
she talks
Give me
about
an
Jewish
example.
people. She talks about
Does she?
Israelis. She is one of the most vile people in Parliament. But you don't
Is
know.
she? I thought
Absolutely.
that was Pauline Hanson's title.
No. So
Yeah, I think it is.
that's what's funny is
100%.
you don't know anything about Marine Faruqi because she fits in your little box because she happens to be brown
I don't
and
know
she's
what my little box got in it.
well, you don't know anything about Marine Faruqi. You just said.
I know her name. I know a little bit about her. You don't know anything about me, but you're putting words in my mouth.
No, so I'm saying,
You're assuming.
is it okay to be racist against white people?
It's not as bad as being racist against black or brown people. Because white people have superiority in this country. They are the minorities. They are walked all over.
Do you listen to yourself? Can you define racism?
Yeah, when you hate a race.
So if you hate white people, isn't it exactly the same?
No, because white people have the superiority. They are the ones in power.
Really?
They're coming from a position of strength. The other people aren't.
Why are you taking away the agency of people like Rukshan here? Do you lack power, Rukshan?
No, I don't lack power.
So do you not see how that comment itself is racist? To say that I'm brown, dark, black, Indian, whatever
So
that
what
thing.
about no immigration? Are you okay with that now that you're here?
I'm okay with
You're
it.
okay now that you're here?
Not that I'm here.
You're here already.
I actually
so you're
support
okay with
deporting
it.
him.
No, I'll tell you, as a responsible member of the Australian community, as an Australian, we have an immigration issue. So I'm okay with having less immigration.
Is that because you're here now?
It's not about me being here.
Oh, yeah, it is.
That's
Because
about
if
me
you
being
weren't here and immigration was banned, you'd be pretty pissed off about
Isn't
it.
it funny though?
I wouldn't be able to come.
That's right.
Yeah, so what's the problem?
Well, go then.
What do you mean?
So you told me that was very quickly. Yeah.
That was a joke.
Look, I'll tell you, I'm someone that supports Pauline Hanson. I don't think she's being racist. She's telling the truth. Many immigrants think.
She wouldn't know the truth.
Many immigrants like me agree with what she says.
Oh, do they?
Because
That's because they're here now.
It's not because they're here.
Yes, it is.
Then you
So
just,
do you only like black and brown people who are not here or that are here and vote for the...
It's fine for them to be here.
No,
But why do you think she's getting so many votes in the immigrant community?
Bucket if I know.
Well, maybe you're the one that's uneducated. Do you think all these people are uneducated and you're the one that is... You're essentially taking away the agency of brown and black people because you're saying that they have to think a certain way or they're wrong.
Yeah, you're pretty much saying because I'm here, I can't have an opinion any other way. You're literally deciding for me what my view should be because I'm here.
Oh, I'm just surprised by it, that's all.
What's there to be surprised by? I'm an Australian.
Yeah, but you're an immigrant.
So I'm an Australian. I'm an
Yeah,
Australian.
but you're saying there shouldn't be immigration and you are an immigrant.
But I'm an Australian.
That's like me saying
So-
there should be women when I'm a woman.
No, but I care about the country. So we have mass immigration. It's problematic. So we should control immigration.
How is it problematic?
It is problematic.
How?
It creates a housing crisis. It creates
No, it doesn't.
creates issues on jobs.
The housing crisis is all over the world.
It's specific to Australia in some regards.
No, it's not.
It
It's
happens
all over the
everywhere.
world.
No,
There's
but it's-
homeless people in London, homeless people
Housing
in
crisis
Oslo.
is not about homeless.
Homeless people all over
Housing
America.
crisis is not just about homeless people. There's homeless people everywhere. But it's not just about homeless people, the housing crisis.
How about some of the billionaires
There's plenty of- there's- no,
that
there-
have got
I'll tell you,
$38 billion
there's plenty of
build a
immigrants.
bit of affordable
No,
housing for the homeless
There's plenty
people.
of immigrants. There's plenty of immigrants, young immigrants like myself, married, that can't get a house because of the housing crisis. It's got nothing to do with skin color. It
How
doesn't-
about some of the billionaires put their hand in their pocket and help out?
Now you're talking about billions. We're talking
Well,
about
why are
immigrants.
you changing subject now?
It's all relevant.
But
It's
you,
all relevant.
I want to step back where you essentially painted all these people as racist.
No,
following.
I did not. Oh, yes, I did.
Thank you. You realise that was being recorded. You did, and then when you realise
misunderstood
the
what you said.
brown and black people don't agree with you, you told them that they shouldn't. You say that they have the wrong opinion. Maybe it's you.
I didn't say they have the wrong opinion.
You told him he only has that opinion
I said
because
I was
he's
surprised.
here. You said because he's here and he should go back, which was a joke.
You
Which
should
was,
maybe-
Yeah, it was a joke.
You should talk to more immigrants. We have varied views. We're not one. Like we don't just have the one view. There's multiple immigrants with different
Yes,
views.
I'm just very surprised that someone who came here in their lifetime,
Yeah,
under the immigration laws we have now,
Yeah.
are now anti-immigrant.
I'm not
I find that a
anti-immigrant.
bit hypocritical.
I'm not anti-immigrant. I just don't support the current immigration policy.
can
It
I?
should be corrected.
Do you realise that
You
men?
do know that the immigration was doubled after there was no immigration for several years during COVID.
We're talking
And
about
that's why we've had a
Stupid.
flux, an
Stupid.
influx of
Shouldn't have been that high in the
Yeah,
beginning.
it shouldn't be that high.
But the. Anyways, okay. So
I think I have to go
let me.
now.
Do you realise though? Let me explain to you one thing before you go. There are a lot of immigrants, and the immigrant. Do you not heed warning? The fact that so many immigrants are getting behind Pauline Hanson. They come from countries
So
that they
many-
try to
Most
escape.
of the people I see here are old white people.
Because you're in the city of Nepean. This area's white, okay? But if you talk to immigrants in high immigrant areas, you'll see that there's a massive surge of immigrants who come with warnings, who want to tell you they actually escaped. What they've escaped, they don't want it to come here.
Well, they shouldn't vote here then, should they?
Absolutely, they should, because
No.
if you allow,
want to end up like America? We'd be at war right now if One Nation was in the.
I don't know how you jump to that. I don't know how you jump to that. Look,
So I can jump around. I'm a woman. I can multitask.
what is a woman, by the way? Can you, no, I just want to know where you are. What can you define what a woman is?
Don't change the subject.
I'm not. I'm just. It's the same subject.
It's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
Yes.
You just told me you're a woman. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
I said I can multitask.
Is that what makes
Well,
somebody a
it's
woman?
It's been proven that women can multitask better than men.
Female, isn't it?
Adult female. Is it a woman?
I think so.
God bless. Listen, there are many immigrants that support Pauline Hanson, I imagine that the reason why many of them, I speak to a lot of them, the reason why many of them would vote for Pauline Hanson is because they escaped what they see this country becoming. They don't want.
Not becoming like that right now.
It
and
absolutely
a party
is.
like this gets
If
in.
you import the third world, you turn into the third world.
Done. She agrees with everything Trump's done.
Trump-
America is in the shit house. They've got no Medicare. Their education
Trump is the
system's
king.
falling
Anyways,
down.
God bless. All right. Come. What's going on? I think it's that was live. All right. Who have we got here? Is it Pauline? I think it's Pauline. Yeah. Still Channel 9's light. Yeah. Where's that lady gone? You're all
Pauline. Nice to see you. I'm going to be on air in about 20 seconds live. Is that okay? Yeah, that's okay. We can walk if you wish.
I've never seen Paul Dowsley fangirl so hard.
Pardon me? Oh yeah, I know. I know. Here we go.
Pauline, nice to see you.
Hello?
Your number's in the car. Don't worry about it.
We're intro.
Okay. Do you want to stop and do this?
Yeah, security, guys, security. Rebel security, we do two jobs because we've got to have two jobs in this current economy.
She's about to be received very well because it's a footy club filled with One Nation supporters, hundreds of them waiting for Pauline to arrive. It's the very first time she's been in Nepean. Nice to speak with you on 7 News, Pauline.
Thank you very much.
Are you going to win this by-election?
We're going to give it a good hard try. I've got a fantastic candidate in Darren and a small businessman. But he said it's tough out there. Businesses are going under, high taxes in the state, especially land tax. Businesses are closing down, so he wants to represent the people of the state.
Your first time in the seat. What's your priority, your first priority tomorrow when you're campaigning?
I think to stand by my candidate. He's a local, he knows the issues. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. The hospitals are apparently another big issue, and of course the escalating crime. Again, land tax, and the government has overspent. They're just ruining the whole state. So
You almost dodged my question before. Can we get a yes, no out of you? Are you going to win this one?
Yes.
There we go. Good on you.
Yes.
There we go. Pauline's here to go inside. There's a big crowd waiting. Thank you for waiting for us.
How you doing? You good? We'll talk to you after. Go in there. Go.
She's heading inside.
You better go with her. I think you're the man of the hour. What's going on?
She's a quicker walker, mate.
Yeah. We're going to have to talk to Paul.
So guys, we're just going to go inside. Senator Hanson's just arrived and we're just moving inside.
And it's very important. Look, all these people here today.
How much will this by-election mean when you look at the big picture ahead of November?
I think it's very important because if we can pull a really good vote here, that means that people in the next election in November will say, you're not wasting your vote with One Nation. If we can win the seat, it gives us a voice in the Parliament for about 6 months, and I think it's very important.
Beautiful. Where do you get heading? Thanks, Pauline.
Why did you guys ban ABC?
Because they're hopeless. I banned them the first time in 1996 for 8 months. No, I want honest reporting. If you can't do that, don't come anywhere near me.
Come here. No, come. Turn around. Paul, you've changed in 10 years, mate.
What's
10
that?
years ago, you weren't
10
that
years
excited.
ago, I didn't have the beard with the
You
grey.
weren't
in it,
that
that's for
excited
sure.
to see Pauline Hanson 10 years. What changed? What changed? Paul? Look at that. Look at the welcome she's getting.
Abby.
Hi.
Hey, Jen.
Where's Richard? There you go.
It's so funny. Follow her? No, just get to it. Wow, this is a good step.
Good man.
There you go.
Hey, you got time for a quick photo?
Hi, Pauline. I'm Darren.
Stay on her.
Thank you, everyone. Good to see you. So where's Sam?
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
No goal?
No goal today, no.
No goal.
Oh.
I used to watch him fly.
Oh.
Yeah. No one I'm actually talking about you lot.
I'm gonna get you in an orange t-shirt or something tonight, I think.
Hey, esteemed guests, would somebody please get this wonderful woman a beer or a water or
Hey, nice to
take
meet
a
you.
introduce there, Harry?
Lovely to meet you. Thank you for coming down and doing what you're doing. We really appreciate everything you're doing for us. Good luck. I don't feel like there for a minute. Cheers.
Perfect timing in.
Oh, sorry.
On your auntie, Hanson. All the best, auntie.
Lovely to see you. I'm mad at you.
Would you like a beer? Harry's got one, he's right here.
It's dry, we don't have Forex.
It's one of the last remaining quality products we produce in this bloody state, isn't it?
So guys, Senator Pauline Hanson's just arrived here at the event in Nepean, and she's just meeting with some of the local constituents here. They've come here today for the by-election in Nepean to meet and greet with Senator Hansen, leader of One Nation, and also the candidate Darren Hercus. Familiar face there, Paul Dowsley.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome
Sorry about that.
to sunny Nepean. Well, also, thank you to you guys for the locals. Thank you for welcoming us to your
Get to the track up.
I think so. Wait.
Now, we won't drag on with the festivities too long because I know everybody wants the opportunity to say good day to the boss and have a beer. So, quick introductions. My name is Warren Pickering, State Executive President, One Nation Victoria. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. I want to point out a few key people as well, but obviously we'll let the boss have a chat and we'll let Darren have a chat, and then you guys can mingle with our wonderful candidate for Nepean and the next member for Nepean, Mr. Darren Hercus. But before we do that, I just want to point out a couple of key people because we are a community-driven organisation. We depend on our community and our supporters to volunteer their time around elections. That's how we make a difference. So I want to raise your hands, please, Harry, Reese, and Neil. These are the gentlemen I want all of you to reach out to, if you can't find the QR codes on the walls, to volunteer your time to help hand out for Darren to secure this seat. All right? These boys are doing an absolute fantastic job, Darren included, and we need you guys to be a part of that. It's not good enough to just sit on the fence and expect somebody else to change the world for you. We need you to get involved, so fantastic. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the One Nation Party founder and leader, affectionately known as the boss, Senator Pauline Hanson.
to give you a voice, especially for the next 6 months, to show what One Nation can do. And I think that's very important. In November, we will be running a suite of candidates right across the whole state to give people an opportunity to vote for someone other than the corrupt Labor government. A useless Liberal Party that's no opposition. You will only get good government if you have got good opposition. And that's what One Nation has been doing for a long time, especially in federal politics. We've been setting the agenda because they both head down the same pathway, destroying not only our country, but state by state. We've shown that in South Australia, with 23% of the vote, people want change and to get that voice. Every time I hear anything that's going on in Victoria here, the amount of money that's been wasted by the government, you see the increased taxes, businesses shutting down, the increased crime is ridiculous, and hospitals are not delivering the attention that the public need to deliver them a decent health care. But I'm going to leave it up to our candidate, Darren, to talk to you about these issues for the people of Nepean. So I think it's very important. I'm overwhelmed tonight by the number of people that have come here. It was only a couple of days' notice that I gave that I would be here in the state. I'm just overwhelmed and I thank you. And I love seeing so much orange in this room. I know I've said on the odd occasion that get me out of Melbourne.
That's right.
But you know what? It's all part of Australia. It's our country. We just need to get it back out of the hands of those who are destroying it on us. You know, Melbourne is well, at the moment it is. We can change it, we do. It is a basket case, and change desperately needs to happen. But it's up to each and every one of us. What we can do is put up the candidates to set the policies direction that we want to make the change for not only you, but for us. Each and every one of us who stands or are in politics, or Darren, we have as much skin in the game as what you do. And it's about us working together as a team. You can't just rely on getting members elected to Parliament. It needs a team effort. If you want change, it's driven at the ballot box. How you vote. If you are happy with the way it's going, then keep voting the same old way. If you want change and you want something better for yourself and your future generations, the only way to go is with One Nation. We're not going to do it overnight, but we will. So I don't know how many more I'm going to meet tonight, but I'm quite happy to speak to as many of you as I possibly can, or have that photo, or have a beer with you, but not too many. Because anyway, I enjoy a cold beer, but anyway, you know, I'm just overwhelmed. Thank you for your warmth, your hospitality, and welcoming me to your beautiful state.
And thank you, Pauline, for standing up for Australians. She's an amazing woman. And she doesn't stop, which is amazing. Anyway, I just have to tell a quick story about coming in tonight. I think you got a bit lost. I thought we were going to the Arthur Seat chairlift. It's all right. It's just a little wrong turn. I thought it was a bit cold to go on the gondolas tonight. But anyway, we got here. But, no, that was a bit of a trip. But look, there's so many issues down the peninsula, and they're more broadly across the state. We know that Labor's just blowing money left, right, and centre. They've got a big build project. I call it the big bust project. I mean, they're $50 billion over budget. The state's heading to a $185 billion deficit. That's, oh, the stolen money. I was going to get to that. Yeah, there is that as well. But it's translating now to over $1 million an hour in interest, $27,000 for every man, woman, and child in the state. So where are they getting the money from? From us, from all of us. We're all paying for that, our taxes. And of course, there's the $15 billion, as you said, that has disappeared into the CFMEU. Now, if One Nation was to get into Parliament in Victoria, in November, we will be pushing hard for a Royal Commission on this. We're pushing so hard, the water down the beach here is going to go out, and we'll see you not wearing bathers. And I reckon there'll be a lot of senior Labor members who'll be caught with their pants down. So that's what we tend to do if we get into Parliament, is really go hard on Labor. We need to kick them, and get them out. They're obsessed with machetes. They've just taken a machete to the economy, slashed it and diced it and cut it to bits. So, and it's resulted in a cost of living crisis. Families are struggling down here. I've got one. I know a few people, and actually one of them works for me. You've got two full income earners, husband and wife. They've got 3 kids. They're struggling to pay their mortgage. They're struggling to put food on the table, pay the bills. They're running their kids around for sport, and there's nothing left. They can't save for a deposit and buy a house. So it's a really sad situation, particularly down the peninsula here, where housing affordability is just becoming beyond reach of dual income earners even. So it's really sad. And of course that translates to other issues too. You've got intergenerational living. We've got 2 older kids living at home. One's 23 and one's 19, or nearly 23 and 19. And we don't want them living at home until they're 45. And we don't want them living in something with wheels on either. So, and they're coming on board. They're supporting One Nation now because they're concerned about their future as well. So we're appealing to a lot wider demographic these days. And the other problem down here, of course, is homelessness. It's an issue, there's a support centre in Rosebud. They do a good job, but they're self-funded. No money from the government at all, and just a crisis centre. To feed people, shower them. The $15 billion could have done a lot towards that. So anyway, so I think Labor's spending money in the wrong area. We've got the Rosebud Hospital as well. That's the elephant in the room for the last 20 years. That's a 60-year-old facility. It's ageing, it's falling apart, they're understaffed. The state government gave them $4 million last financial year for emergency repairs and maintenance, which is nothing. The hospital now needs redevelopment. It's good to see the Liberals are coming on board. They want to spend $340 million to redevelop it, but they've got to get into government and the government's got to have the money. So we are pushing for a PPP, which is a private-public partnership. And there's people around, rich people, that want to fund the hospital in partnership with the government, but they need to work with the government for that to happen. And we believe that's the only way Rosebud is going to get a hospital in the near future. So that's our stance on that. Also, we'll talk about small business because that impacts the community down here as well. I've got my own small business. Over the last 2 years, my land tax bill's gone up by about 700%. It's really tough. Also the workers' compensation, the levy on that's gone up by 84%, so effectively that's doubled. The state government's put a fire services levy on another $1,900 on the rates. That's hurt us as well. And we've gone from 7 or 8 people down to 4. We've had a 40% downturn, and it's questionable whether it's actually worth employing people at the moment. And I've been canvassing a lot of areas, and I've heard some heartbreaking stories of, one woman who's been in business for 30 years, and she's 62. She wants to retire, and she was so disillusioned. Her daughter works for her, and she can't retire because she's got debt now. Her business, 3 years ago, her business was worth $2 million. Now it's worth nothing. She can't get out of the business because she's got debt. Her daughter doesn't want to take it over because there's no future in it. And I went and saw her, and she was so disillusioned. She was really shattered, and she said, "Don't talk to me about politics." And she gave me a spiel that was more heartfelt and far superior than what I was going to give her. And I said, "Well, there's 2 ways." And I talked about my situation, how it was similar, and I said, "Well, there's 2 ways you can deal with this. You can either do something about it, or you can just go on the way you are." I'm doing something about it. And I turned. So I turned and walked away. She says, wait, give me 8 or 10 of your flyers. I'm going to give it to my daughters and all my staff.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's great, mate.
Yeah. And there's been some good stories too. Some funny stories. And I was canvassing down at Sorrento there and walked into a ladies' swimwear shop, and there's 2 young ladies in there, and they were gabbling away, and I thought, I'm going to go in here. And I just walked up and said, "Oh, I'm down from One Nation." "Oh, how are you going?" And they were really attentive and listened to my talk, and they asked questions, and I go, "Wow, they're obviously concerned about their own futures." Yeah, and I think they were on board. And I said, "Oh, while I'm here, you haven't got a bright orange mankini and extra large at all?" Yeah. She says, "No," they laughed. She says, "No, this is a ladies' bathing shop." I said, "Well, I just thought I'd ask." I said, "Look, I've got to go now. Back to your idle chit chat. See you later." Walked out, and I think we got those rates too. So, and just the cost of living is hurting families and small business. Now you've got the price of electricity. Now you've got the fuel crisis as well. Yeah. So I've got another 15% levy on my truckloads. Well, you know about it, don't you?
I know about
it. So I'm here to represent the people of Nepean. We want to get more funding for the road and infrastructure network as well. There's potholes everywhere. We've seen Anthony Marsh out there drawing circles around them and trying to fill them in. But he was in council for a long time and didn't do anything about it then. So, nice.
Just want to say what I've heard tonight when I arrived, and when Darren was telling me about businesses going under, because the increase in land tax, it's gone up hundreds of %. So a fellow complained to the department, and he said, "Listen, mate, you keep increasing land tax, I'm going to have to sell my business." I said, "Good, do it. When you sell your business, we're going to get the capital gains tax out of it, and when someone else buys it up, we're getting stamp duty out of it." If this is the truth that is coming out of our departments from the bureaucrats, we have a real problem in this state. If that's the attitude, they want to see you go under so they can get capital gains tax and stamp duty. The hurt and pain that's going to go on people, because the governments and federally cannot pull their heads in and stop spending the money and the waste of money that goes. This comes out of the taxpayers' dollar. You, the taxpayer, is paying for this, and enough is enough. One Nation has the attitude that you do not waste taxpayers' dollars. We are governed too much, too many politicians in this state and federally, too many politicians, too many bureaucrats, too many public servants. And it has to be reined in. That's my attitude to it. You cannot keep taxing people to the hilt. And if we can rein in the taxes, rein in government spending, we will then cut back our waste of money in interest rates that we're paying. Not only federally are we $1 trillion in debt, in the state here $185 billion debt. This is through governments that have done it to us, the people, and I talk about us, because we are in this together. You may not agree with everything that I say in my policies, but I tell you with heart and with passion, I care about what is happening in this country. We have to rein it in, we have to get tough, and we have to cannot keep giving and giving and giving handouts. If we can win the seat, and I'm hoping that you, the people here, will get behind Darren to win the seat. It will send a clear message to everyone across this state that One Nation is here for the long term, and especially going to the next election. We need to send that clear message. We are holding up the vote right across the whole nation, and I believe that we can do it. Please consider seriously to give us a go. Give us a go to give us a chance to represent you. That's what I'm asking. You can't do any worse than what you've got now. So that's what it's about. So go and put the message out there to family, friends, everyone that you know. Give One Nation a go. So thank you very much.
Good guys. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Look, we do have a few more things on tonight, so we've brought a very special item. Just looking for the State Secretary, Bianca. We did bring right there. So we do have a very special item that we would like to auction off shortly. So, you know, contrary to what the rhetoric that is regularly perpetuated out there, we are not well funded. We all have skin in the game, as the boss said. So, look, any opportunity to generate a few funds, we will have an auction. We'll raffle off this item and dig deep, guys, because we could use your money. But no, look, further than that, just to speak on things a little bit more broadly for Victoria state election in November. So, Darren represents our concerted effort in Victoria to cultivate talent internally. We've had a lot of people reach out that want to get on board with the party, but I think a lot of those people, their ambition exceeds their talent. We've seen what the major parties have to offer, and frankly, we're not bloody interested. We'd rather develop real people, soul of the earth people from the real world with a finger on the pulse of their own communities, because all elections are local. We all care about the big ticket items. That's what our federal team's for. All elections are local. So we want to endorse local blokes that firstly are immersed in their community. Now, I will expand a bit more on Dazza there. So the reason I love Daz so much is because, like most of us at One Nation Victoria, he has no interest in being a politician. He's doing this out of sheer necessity. This is what it takes to boldly step on your values and represent your community. So have a good night. The nerves are about 20% worse around the boss, so Dazza's all over this.
Darren! 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 All right, Dazza!
Get you guys facing me with the behind you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Just look up there. Everybody behind you.
Go Pauline!
Right, thank you.
Right, okay.
Want to chat to you? Yeah, let's chat to the. Come up here. We'll come up here.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, with.
So what's your name again?
Avi.
Avi, that's right, Avi. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Wow, I'm a fan. No, I'm joking. Come on here. How long have you been a member of One Nation now?
Since about February the 2nd or something, so not that long. 5 months, yeah.
5 months you've been a member, and now you're running as a candidate?
April, May, no, not even 4 months, yeah.
Sure, and you're running as a candidate. Were you a member of a different party prior?
No, not at all.
So why suddenly are you so interested?
Well, look, you heard Pauline, business is struggling, mate, you know, and I've been canvassing business around the area. 1 in 3 probably won't make it to Christmas. It's a harsh reality, mate. You know, and small business employs 60% of Australians. There's about 33% of GDP, yet the government's just keeps kicking us with taxes, you know.
And what, for people who don't know you, what's your background? Where do you come from? Who are you?
Well, I'm a family man, so I've got two adult children living at home, and they're disillusioned with their future. They're on One Nation bandwagon, on board with One Nation now too. married with a beautiful wife, of course, and I'm a professional structural engineer, so I'm fully qualified and chartered. And I've developed a new floor truss product. So for 15 years I've been selling floor and roof trusses for the building industry. And the last 2 years have probably been the hardest ever.
Why?
Because of all the taxes. Like I said, land tax, mine's gone up by 700%. Workers' compensation's pretty much doubled. Even the waste disposal levy, the green big cubic metre solo bins, they were $49 just after COVID to empty. They're now $126, and I believe they're going up more with increased fuel levy. So there's so many issues, and of course, I employ people, and you look on a larger scale. You look at Bega in Strathmerton. I think it's up northern Victoria. They've announced they're closing down. Oh, you brought me on, mate. And there's 300 jobs going to New South Wales. They're rationalising. So it's just, it's just really, really tough for business.
There was not that young, there was a lady out the front before you guys arrived who was protesting, and one of her arguments was that everybody here is uneducated. You sound pretty educated. You're an engineer by... What do you think that's about? Is that a misconception? Where do you think that comes from? Thinking that everybody that wants to vote for you and you yourself would be uneducated?
Well, I think that's a bit naive. I think she needs an education herself. It's just the left of our society, they get a bit passionate about things and just spread out things that just aren't true. We've got a lot of educated people in One Nation, and we've got there's 87 candidates in the rest of the state. They've had over 900 applicants. We're going to get good candidates. So I think we're going to make a real difference in it come November.
What's your message to people in the constituents who are unsure, people in this area that don't know, they're not sold between you, One Nation, and the Liberal Party, let's say? What would you say? What would be your final pitch? Why should they choose? Why should they vote for you? Why should they vote for One Nation?
Well, if people want change and they want, the cost of living to come down, the cost of energy to come down, the fuel crisis resolved. If they want change, vote One Nation. That's all you can do. We need to get out there and get numbers so we can actually enforce change.
It's been a Liberal seat most of the time. Have the Liberals lost their way here? You're a local. How do you feel, taking yourself out of the fact that you're running, how do you feel the locals are taking to the Liberal Party now?
Well, I think a lot of them are disappointed that with the factional infighting and the divisiveness and the lack of direction and the lack of policy and the leadership change. And I think, having Sam Groth walk from his seat, that seemed to be the straw that broke the camel back for a lot of people. I was once a Liberal voter myself, only 12 months ago. So that's...
12 months ago you voted for the Liberal Party and today you're running for One Nation.
Correct, yeah. Or the last federal election, whatever it was. So that's right. I've become disillusioned with the Liberal Party myself at the time, and that's why I'm running for One Nation. And, Pauline's genuine. She's not racist at all, What she says is, all I want is a fair go for every Australian and for everyone to be treated as equals. It's so simple. Mate, if government policy was written on that premises, we'd have good governance, and we don't have that. We've got pathetic leadership at the moment.
Thanks for your time. Oh.
That's all. I was just going to say, with the current fuel crisis, what was Albo's response? Oh, put some more air in your tyres and take the roof racks off the car. Come on.
The lady outside said they want zero emissions, which I thought the fuel crisis would be exactly what they're after, isn't it?
You're probably right. Yeah. I heard someone say today they were talking to the Teal candidate, and she said, they said, oh, what do you think about diesel and petrol? Oh, we don't want it. We want to get rid of it. So there are people out there with that mindset, definitely.
Enjoy your beer, mate. It's getting warm there. Good luck at the election.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll catch up with you as a Member of Parliament.
I hope so. Good on you, mate. Cheers.
Good on you, mate. All right, let's talk to some of the guys. How you going, mate? You good?
How you been? You alright?
Yeah, good. What?
Stu's here as well, if you want to say hi to him. He's on the other side.
Ah, is he?
And the...
They're real?
It came up on. But also, what's his name? Oscar's here. I don't know if you like him or not. He's on the other side.
My name's Stefan.
How you going, mate?
Following you for like 7-8 years or some shit. I don't know how you're doing it.
From around here?
No, I'm actually from Thornbury.
Okay, yeah.
I'm in the Valley of the Beast.
Yeah.
How are you, man? Good. Nice to meet you. Love what you do.
I love the t-shirt there, mate. No, that's right. I thought I'd come and grab another selfie when you get a chance. Yeah, happy to.
I can take one for you, mate. If you don't mind taking one for us.
When you're ready, I just want a minute.
You go first, man. All good.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
There's a few there, brother.
Can we get a photo?
Rob, how you going, mate? I've been following you.
You don't know us, it'll be
Okay, I do. I love it. Oh, that day? I've been on your side all the way through.
Funny.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Yeah, you were friends here. We're going to get there.
Well, that's good. Awesome.
Oh, he'll take it.
Well, all the best.
All right, thank you for thinking about it.
Thanks for what you do.
Maybe take a wide shot. Yeah, 100%.
Sorry, man.
No, you're good. Thanks, bro. I just want to do a talk.
Hot in here.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice. I'd rather that than the cold.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Love you, mate. Love your work. Keep finding the good
Thank you, guys. No, all good. Thank you. I do, but I shouldn't drink on the top.
Yeah, he's had the drink.
I'm going to start slurring.
Yeah.
I'll get you one next time. Can we get a photo?
Yeah.
Take a photo of me with.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Look, I want to get in.
Stuff during the movie.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I sat there with a mate and we watched it for like 4 hours.
Appreciate it.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
It's good to see there's finally an alternative to
There he is. Let's get it. I want to get his beer. Quickly, can I ask you about tonight?
Mate, of course.
Let's go.
Mate, I've spent 20 minutes trying to get to the bar, all right? All I want is a beer.
Should we walk to? I'll walk you to the bar.
Oh, I'd absolutely love that.
Would you like, a beer?
No, I will just have a soda water, thanks, for tonight. Yeah.
We're going to have to cut that. That's so un-Australian.
I have to drive, mate. Work doesn't stop, and I'm straight back at it tomorrow morning.
I'm just having a crack.
Get me a brown soda water, please, mate.
Brown soda water, okay.
How do you feel about the reception here tonight?
Mate, this is exceptional. Look, to say that Pauline was going to come down very, very short notice, so we literally pulled this together, and we weren't even sure about venue capacity. We hadn't done a recce on the establishment or any of these things. Look, and we sold all those tickets out in about 11 hours, so that's just phenomenal. I think this is this is what we can come to expecting in Victoria. So we've been rolling, we're at about 80% of rollout of branches, federal branches across the state of Victoria so far. I reckon 60% of those have hit venue capacity, literally just for branch launches, which is, it's great because it places an emphasis, or it's a reflective of for us of where the community sentiment is at. Most people that attend our branch meetings and whatnot, you ask them to put a hand up if they've ever been involved in a political organisation before. Mate, I reckon probably 60%. So contrary to the major parties thinking we're stealing the Liberal voter base and the Labor voter base, yeah, that's occurring, absolutely. Most of the quadrupling of our membership in Victoria in the last 12 months is from people that have disenfranchised, have never engaged in the political sphere before. That's amazing.
Well, it has been interesting to walk around. I hear what you're saying, but I have seen a bunch of former Liberal Party members and even Liberal Party members. I'm outing her here now live. And
Don't you put this on air?
She's now joined. I've heard from a bunch of Liberal Party former Liberal Party members. Even a candidate that ran against Dan Andrews for the Liberal Party has now joined One Nation. Why? Why has it changed?
11 of us are moving to One Nation on Monday.
Wow.
See that?
So this is the thing. People are starting to realise that far from the rights, the right-wing extremist party, the mainstream media's previously propagandised One Nation party to be, people now had a gutful. They're actively researching what One Nation policies are about and these things, and they're realising that One Nation is actually the last bastion of true conservatism in this country and the only party capable of being the catalyst for change that we desperately need. That's what's getting people on board. Ultimately, that's what it is. Look, what may have started as a protest vote originally is now people realising One Nation is the party of common sense. One Nation is solution-oriented. One Nation is not going to engage in tit-for-tat smear campaigns. We're just going to get on with the job with delivering outcomes, and that's what we're here for, and that's what people are getting on board for, mate.
Federally, we're seeing them steal the policies of One Nation, the Liberal Party stealing the votes, the policies. So I actually support them stealing all the policies. Do you think the Victorian Liberal Party are going to do the same, and are you worried about that? Do you think they're going to be able to steal some of your new voters?
Look, so in the short term, we are playing our cards close to our chest. What we've done in Victoria, so our primary objective is obviously to oust this dangerous state Labor government, and we will do whatever it takes to achieve that. Now, in gaining the trust of Victorians, because most people don't realise 2022 was our first state election in Victoria, right? So we've got a 100% success rate in Victoria because we got regularly elected to Northern Victoria at the time. We intend to leverage that success. Now, we've developed a comprehensive policy document to deliver for Victorians about 14 primary policies that we aim to address to prove to Victorians that we can not only form the balance of power, but that we can govern in our own right. That's an important message for us to deliver to Victorians. So look, having said that, I think we'll get a lot more people on side once we do deliver that policy document. We're not scared about other parties stealing our policy. It's not ideal why we intend to campaign on them, but in the short term, we'll play them close to our chest and we'll trickle feed them to media to garner maximum attention over the coming months. Look, as with everything, there's a lot of pressure at the moment and we don't want to curtail our supporters' enthusiasm. There's a lot of pressure for us to get candidates endorsed and to get policies out there and get actively campaigning. But we are not going to pull the trigger early, mate. We are going to do our due diligence and we're going to make sure we get this right. But look, if we fail to secure government and every other party steals our policies, fill your boots. There's no need for us to be here then, is there? That'd be great.
There was one protester out before. We had a quick chat with her. She basically says that everyone here is uneducated. What would you respond to that?
Look, there's a plethora of different ways I could respond to that, Harvey, as you well know. And I'm sure you went out and stirred the pot just politely.
Absolutely not. I just had a nice, friendly chat with her. She wasn't too happy to hear that Rukshan, a black man, was supportive of One Nation. She was very supportive of immigrants, and then he was the wrong kind of immigrant, and she thought that he should suddenly not have a right to speak. Is that...
Look, I'll address it tactfully and with some level of decorum if I can. That's, again, a reflection of community sentiment. You remember 4 years ago, the last state election, if One Nation had an event, there would have been 20 of those lot turn up. The raging, intolerant activist class that can't stand any ideology or any belief system outside of their own, all right? Now it's down to one. That's an excellent ratio. 1 out of, 350 odd people is not bloody bad. So we know a lot of the academically educated are actually indoctrinated, and we also know most of the people that understand free market economics and the backbone of this country's GDP, entrepreneurs, everybody else, people who genuinely didn't go to university. So, look, you could argue that academic versus real world, real people argument all you want. Ultimately, we're not even going to engage in that racial rhetoric or any of that sort of stuff. We love Rukshan and we have Rukshan at every bloody event we can get him. But do you know,
I'm actually hoping to get One Nation to commit to a policy of remigration of Rukshan only.
Of course you are, mate. Look, So all of these events that we've been doing over the last probably 12 months, it's really interesting to see, and I generally do it at these events. I'll get a show of hands as a crowd interactive to see how many within our membership or within our rooms or within our function spaces are born elsewhere. Mate, I reckon probably 35, close to 40% of the One Nation membership in Victoria are born outside of this country. They come from places where they've been exposed to the trajectory that we're currently on here, and they don't like where this is going. As you well know, mate, like it's terrifying. So these are normally the first people to throw their hand up and say, look, I don't like where this is going. I've seen where this goes. They actively research the party and its policies, and they're supporting us. They're all amenable to voting for One Nation, and they're joining our membership as a result.
On a personal level, you've been working extremely hard. Certainly I witnessed it through the last election. But things have shifted. Something has changed, and One Nation clearly in polling and in the success in South Australia, even today we saw. How does it feel personally to see, I guess, like, do you feel vindicated? Do you feel like hopeful? Is this something you knew was coming? How is it personally for you?
Look, I probably don't take enough time to reflect on that, to be honest, Harvey, but yeah, absolutely. It has changed. Probably the last 5 years has been incredible since I got involved and you and I first met. I think, for me personally, I kind of always knew this was the only option. And hell or high water, we needed to make this succeed. And I wasn't bullshitting on the stage when I said this is a community-driven organisation. Even our state executive, there's 5 of us, and none of us are paid. We're all volunteers, all right? We'll donate 60, 70, 80 hours a week, whatever's required to make this work. And look, it's fantastic to see it all come together. We know it's come together off the back of a couple of things. Firstly, the failures of the Labor government. All right, we all know that. Also, the wonderful successes of our federal representatives. That's always helped. But also, the lack of the opposition and the Liberals' inability to provide any opposition with any real conviction anywhere in the country for the last few years, except for maybe Queensland. So, look, I'm not surprised it's coming together now, but look, it needn't have gotten this bad either if people had listened to us 4 years ago. So,
finally, for those that are not sold 100% yet, the undecided in this electorate, what would you say to them?
You vote for One Nation, what you will get is honest, salt-of-the-earth representation. We're not going to claim to know things that we don't know. We will seek answers, we will find out. We are solution-oriented, and we intend to deliver better outcomes for not only Nepean, but the wider Victoria. Just get on board. If you continue to vote the same way, you will receive the same result. If you give us an opportunity, you won't regret it. We're the party of integrity, and we intend to advocate for the people of Nepean and wider Victoria with integrity, transparency and accountability, and those are things that have been missing in this state for a decade.
Well said, and that is why you're the leader of One Nation in Victoria, because
thanks,
if he wasn't working for One Nation, he'll take my job.
Good on you, brother. It's good to see you.
How you going, mate? You good?
I was going to go on an anti-Semitic rant. I'm not anti-Semitic.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Good to see you anyway. Good to see you. Well done.
Well done at Dallas too, mate. I like that.
Oh, thank
you. Picked up Twiggy, mate.
Yeah.
A little, but I know, little mate, you get it. No, I do, but I love it.
You got me through.
And keeping them hard, mate. Keep these glasses on. And yeah, no. Good try.
This is a young nation.
Thank you for everything. Oh, thank you.
I was going to say, guys, you'd think Avi is running for office.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I appreciate it. Get a photo?
Thanks so much.
Thanks for everything you're doing. Thanks, mate. How far's the drive?
2 hours. Yeah, it's worth coming down.
Yeah, 100%.
You've had a lovely chat with my dad before, Boyd Fraser. That's my dad. I should have brought him.
Oh my God, that's so good.
So funny.
That's so good. He's
a character.
I've got your dad. Is like I give him credit. He's the sweetest greenie I've ever met.
He just wants someone to talk to. Do not.
She's going to get in trouble. How you doing? Nice to meet you. You got a photo?
She's a young nation.
Oh, young nation. Love
Love you, boy.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Hey, bro.
How you going, man?
I love your channel, man.
Thank you, brother.
I love watching
Thank
you.
you.
Can I grab a photo with you?
Your phone crashing up. Awesome. Thanks, bro. How you doing?
How are you, mate? So he doesn't know how to take a selfie.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, brother. Awesome. Thanks, mate.
All right, where's...
Thanks so much for coming down.
I wouldn't miss it. It's awesome.
Yeah, love your stuff, follow you. There's a guy over there with a coat on. I'm not 100%, but he is to undergo an interview. I can't say I'm 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure sorry.
Yeah, where's Benny?
Sorry, bro.
How you feeling?
Very good. I think that this is fantastic and absolutely brilliant turnout, especially considering we had to pull this off in 2 days. And I think that this is really the testament of the sentiment towards One Nation and for Pauline. I don't think any other politician can be, can say to be received like this. So I think it's just fantastic.
How are you personally feeling? I asked Warren as well. How are you feeling? Because you ran in the last election and something has shifted since then.
Yeah.
There is this massive surge for One Nation support, even here in Victoria. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel very hopeful because obviously I didn't care where we were at before. I just wanted to try to do my part wherever we were at and just try to make a change. But now it really gives me the feeling that we really can make it happen, and it is a real possibility. And look around, this is just incredible. I think we're gonna make it this November. Yeah.
Is he going to win this election, this by-election?
I think we could, yes. I think we can. He's received incredible support. He's been campaigning hard, spoken to all of the businesses, people on the ground. He's managed a fantastic campaign, and the support has been there. So I think we can make it, yes.
I was at the country club earlier, and a bunch of people I saw there were saying that they were all previously Liberal voters, but they are voting for One Nation in this by-election. Do you think there's a massive shift here, even in this electorate?
Yes, I think so. I think there are a lot of disillusioned ex-Liberal voters. Also, because of their candidate pick was probably not the best choice with his connection and preference of the Liberal Party. And that's the problem with the Liberal Party, right? They've lost their way. They're not the Conservative Party that they're supposed to be, and that reflects in their choice of candidates as well. So, and that's why I think that's another reason why Darren has been getting so much support.
There was a protester here before. I had a little bit of a chat with her. She said that everyone here who's coming here tonight that they're uneducated. What would you respond to that?
Well, we've spoken before about my university experience. Yes, I've got a double degree from Melbourne University, one of the supposedly the best universities in Australia, and I can't say that I'm all that educated. It was all indoctrination, so I think it's a lot of nonsense, absolutely a lot of nonsense.
She was also shocked because she was saying that, it's all mostly white racists that support One Nation, and when Rukshan said, well, actually, and I pushed her and asked her what were the issues, and she said, immigration. They have a racist view on immigration. I go, what's racist about wanting to stop people from coming in? And she basically was shocked to see that somebody like Rukshan and even me support the One Nation policy on immigration. And she went immediately from a fan of somebody like Rukshan just because of his skin colour to he's the wrong kind of immigrant. What do you come across that a lot, working for One Nation or volunteering for One Nation or running as a candidate? Do you come across that a lot from the left where they assume they put immigrants into a box whilst immigrants within One Nation think a different way?
100%. And again, that's the rhetoric that the left keeps pushing, One Nation, they're racist and all of that, when a lot of us are immigrants, like regardless of the skin color, and it's incredible how it needs to be explained that first of all, every country should be able to look after their own first. And we've got our own veterans, Australian citizens, living in the street. Like homelessness is through the roof. And if we can't look after our own, how can we keep getting, refugees and all of these other people in that have no ties to us, and give them everything, housing, Centrelink, and everything. And that's not fair to our own people. And again, the country's responsibility is to your own citizens first. And that should be, again, common sense. And the other thing, again, we just have to look at what's happening in Europe, in the UK, France, Germany, even Italy. Every time I go back to Italy, every couple of years, it's getting worse and worse and worse. They are being taken over, and it should be common sense that people that come into our country, they need to be culturally compatible to our values. At the end of the day, if you come from certain countries that are traditionally different views from ours, but you're willing to integrate and embrace what it means to live in a democratic Western society, fantastic. Come in, you integrate, you learn the language, you dress appropriately and accordingly. But if you want to come here to live the same way that you lived over there, then you can stay over there, because you don't need to come and bring the problems from your country over here. Otherwise, you're going to turn this country into the country that you came from. And I don't think there is anything racist about that. I think it's pretty common sense. So, yeah.
She made the point to say that basically Rukshan and even me, and I guess you too, you're only anti-migration now that you're in here. And she even at one point said that Rukshan should just go back, and then quickly corrected herself saying it was a joke. But what would you answer to that sentiment, that you are now anti-immigration when you're an immigrant yourself?
They tell me to go back all the time. And I'm like, well, they dragged Pauline through courts and everything for saying the exact same thing, but how comes that then it's suddenly all right for them to say it to us? So it's as always, the hypocrisy of those on the left. Yeah.
What would you say, final pitch to the undecided voters in this electorate for this by-election? How would you sell it to them?
Victoria cannot take this anymore, even though Labour is not running in this electorate. The Liberals have failed at being an effective opposition for far too long. We need One Nation to make change. So vote One Nation, and we'll take Victoria back.
Good work.
Thank you.
Good to see you. All right, there you go. We've spoken to the candidate. We've spoken now to the head of One Nation in Victoria and their lead candidate, Bianca. I think Bianca was the lead candidate. Was she a lead candidate? Oh, I think she was. Anyways, we're going to talk to Pauline soon. We'll give her some time off. But Rukshan's taking a break. Are you saying your final goodbyes before you get deported?
I am, yes. I've spoken to a lot of people here, and they don't want to deport me.
No one wants to deport you?
No, I've been getting lots of photo ops with people. People are taking photos with me. They're very appreciative. So I think it's a myth that this whole One Nation's going to deport me thing. I'm going to ask Pauline Hanson, though. I'm going to ask her directly if she's going to deport me.
I was going to vote for One Nation, but now I'm thinking twice.
No comment.
Yeah. You'd have to film it.
Yeah, film everything.
Film everything. We'll do this. Ready? Yeah, awesome. Thanks, man. Hey, always good to see you.
Yeah, look great for them. You're more experienced at it. Nice to meet you. I haven't made any comments, but I've admired all your work.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. Keep it up. Don't take much.
No, I'll try not to. Where's Rook? Oh, he's taking a break. How you going, mate?
Doing the good work.
Trying it. All right, we've lost our sorry. We'll just make it. Hey, Wayne's gone. That's the good.
Thank you so much.
I got a photo of you and Debbie
mate.
the other day.
Did ya?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Come down with Ralph. One Nation.
You're One Nation?
100%.
Why?
One Nation.
Why?
Nothing else. Why? Why would you go downhill when you can go uphill? There it is. Pauline's got more guts and courage than anyone. And Labor, you guys need to stop lying. How's that?
Always good to see you,
It
mate.
is. I brought the Ralph one over. He got the train him in time, and I picked him up and drove him down.
Oh, did ya?
Yeah.
It's a
Thanks, guys.
How you going? How you going, mate? What brings you here tonight?
No, I'm just down from Glenroy, but I've got my mates here. So.
Did he convince you to come here?
No. I've been coming over for many
did?
years.
You love Pauline? So it didn't take too much to bring you here?
No.
Beers and Pauline, you can't go wrong.
I'm down for a 50th party, actually, but I love her, yeah.
I take it you're voting for Labor.
You got to be fucking joking. Oh, sorry. I can't swear, can
you? Can
do. Yeah, won't put that on TV. Good on you, buddy.
Come around, let's... Is he still getting... Oh, there's Rukshan. Do you need a bigger break?
No, I'm good.
Oh,
I'm ready. What's happening?
Oh, we're just talking to him. We've just got Pauline. I also want to ask her about some of the stuff the vote that...
You can even tell Persians are here.
Oh! Love it. Are you new to One Nation?
Yeah.
Can I talk to you about it?
Yeah.
Come here.
It's a question.
So, you're a Persian and you're voting for One Nation. I heard
100%.
it.
100%.
Why?
Well, we're gonna save Australia. I lived it back in my country. And the way Australia is going, right to the downfall. We're gonna save Australia, and One Nation is the only party can do that. And I feel it, and I vote for it, and I go strong for it.
There was a protester out the front before who said that everyone that comes here and is supporting One Nation are actually just white racists. Is that not true?
Look at me. Am I a white racist?
She says that she didn't understand how people who have come from other countries and migrated here are suddenly anti-migration.
It's not about anti-migration. It's about to get the right people here. I'm a migrant. I'm a first migrant myself. So I don't want to see the people like the country back in Iran, with those radical ideologies come here, because otherwise Australia is going to be the same as Iran right now. We don't want to. We want to fix Iran, and we want to make sure Australia won't get to that point here. And we're going to help, one nation, and one nation is going to be there because other parties are so weak. Other parties are just Labour is going all this green and lefties, which obviously that's exactly what happened to Iran. One nation is the only one, can save us, avoid that, situation back here in Australia.
What would you say to migrants that are watching this now who have heard time and time again that One Nation is just a racist party? They like the policies, but they're scared to vote for them. What would you say as a migrant?
Yeah, we come here for Australia. We come here for Australian values. We don't want to turn Australia to the countries we fled from. Okay, so just love the country you choose to live in, and that's what I'm doing. Love the country you choose to live in. You can escape the country for every reason you want. It's going to be a born country, but when you choose a country to live in, you have to love it. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna protect it, and you're gonna fight for it, and that's what I'm doing here.
Thank you, brother. All right, let's keep going.
Harvey.
How you going, mate?
Mate?
How you doing?
Just people don't shake your hand.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Shaking hands. What brings you guys here tonight?
Well, I've been voting for Pauline for about 25 years.
Long before it was cool.
And I lost friends in those days, but now they're all coming back and they're saying, oh, you were right.
True.
Can you believe that? For years and years I voted for Pauline.
So what's happened? What do you think's changed that suddenly it went from being, it became a crime. It was a crime amongst friendship circles to be voting or voicing that you're voting for Pauline to now a third of the population is voting.
Awareness. Yeah, and I think people can research on the internet and they can look up facts and see what's really going on with the people.
So you feel vindicated?
Yes, vindicated, yes.
That now all your friends are coming along?
Oh, they're all jumping on board now, yes.
Are you guys local?
St Andrews Beach, so Rye.
Right.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
You got to speak in terms that we understand from...
Yeah, local.
Local, yeah. Okay, so from Rye. So you're voting in this election?
Absolutely.
Labor?
No. Pauline. In November.
It's funny because there's even a journalist here now tonight. 10 years ago, 10 years ago, I invited Pauline Hanson to speak in a local Jewish community event, and it created a massive, as you can imagine, a shitstorm. And this journalist, weeks later, we were doing like a rally in the city. He was demonising us for all the same things that Pauline is talking about. And today, he's fangirling her as she's coming in. And I asked him, what's changed? Even that the mainstream media is okay. Not only okay, they're fawning over her. Yes. What do you think's changed even in the mainstream media?
Realisation.
Do you think?
I think she's been right all along.
Mainstream media's been a bit manipulative. In
the past.
They're trying to tell you what they want you to hear. And we're starting to get a bit of truth here and there.
Are you boys locals? Are you related or?
No, we just local surfers.
You what?
Surfers from the coast down here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why One Nation?
We need change. We need Labor in charge. They're not for small business. They're not for tradies. Support a big union, corrupt union. $15 billion wasted down the drain in Victoria. So it's definitely time for a change.
Are you a tradie?
Yeah, concreter.
Oh, you're a concreter. You?
Me? I've always thought this way. So there's no change for me.
So you've always been One Nation?
Well, One Nation, my nation. I just thought for myself, this is the way I think, the way they are tonight.
So how does it feel now that so much of the population is clearly thinking the same way as you?
I'm not the only.
You would have been an outcast in the group a few years ago. Now you're the majority.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
People have awakened.
People have awakened.
Or they've realised.
Maybe they have. I think it's about time.
I remember when I was demonised for supporting Pauline.
Yeah.
Now I feel like because I'm a rebel, I want to go against her because it's become too mainstream.
No, don't do that.
Just jokes, just jokes.
You're always asking the right questions, mate.
Thank you, mate. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the beers.
All the best for you.
How you going? I can tell you're voting for Labor from that cap.
Of course not.
Good on you, mate.
Followed you guys for a long time during COVID. I don't put it on camera. I followed you guys. Smashed it. No, you really did.
Thank you, mate.
No, you did.
I appreciate it.
It's so concerning what we're going through.
Yeah. They look amazing, but start eating things, I get into trouble.
We got you on social media.
Oh, thank
well
you.
done.
Thank you. Are you guys local?
Yes.
Do you want to get some of the B-roll of the signs?
Do we have time or we can do it later?
We're going to do Pauline.
I'm just a nutty fan.
Oh, I love the nutty fans.
We know you. Appreciate your work.
Thank you. Let's do it.
Oh, 100%.
I'm excited about meeting Pauline, but I saw you, I'm like, oh my God, I'm on.
Can you put her on camera? I've got an Android.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Love
Thank
your
you.
work. We follow you
I
for
appreciate
years.
it.
Keep it up.
And you're
Are you guys are you local?
Yeah, Mornington.
Mornington.
Yeah, so I've put my hand up to be candidate for the Mornington, but we're all supporting Darren, obviously. through
Amazing.
this. Yeah, it's a wave.
It is a wave.
Yeah.
How long have you been One Nation?
Really, not even a year.
Where were you?
I've avoided politics my whole life. I've always listened to Pauline. She's held the line for 30 years. And eventually you're like, hang on, I can't let her do this on her own. We've got to get involved. And so we all, Rue's my mate, he's like, you've got to come, you've got to meet Darren. And now, because everyone that's involved, all the volunteers, we're all just local, passionate, average, middle class, lower class, whatever people. And we just have to fix it
We
for
don't, feel
our
like,
kids.
we don't feel like we're part of a politician's party. We feel we're part of a people's party and part of a middle class movement, which just doesn't want to see the middle class carved out like the rest of the world. And just and they say, why don't we have children? It's because people can't afford it. And let's give people incentive to be able to afford children, and give them opportunities. Let's do it.
It's good. And you go to Darren's barbecues and there's One Nation volunteers from all over the state. People come and drive for hours to support him because we need him to be seen.
Feels real.
Do you think he's going to win?
Oh, I don't want to speculate. I don't think about it. You know what? At the end of the day, little by little.
It's little by little. Of course we want him to win, but we just want more seats in the Senate. We want more voices that are real, trying to keep the government transparent.
And that's the hard thing. You might hear it a lot where people say, oh, it's just a protest vote. And that's just brushing off people with real commitment and real passion. It's not a protest vote. We genuinely see a great country absolutely mismanaged. And if they don't think One Nation can manage it, well, the job they're doing, look at what they're doing.
They certainly can't do a worse job.
No,
That's what she said. It can't get worse. Let's hope not.
I think they could just all walk away and it does a better job.
How long did you say you've been involved?
This year, early this year, I just thought, I'm going online, I'm going to join, be a paid member. I can't avoid politics anymore.
What was the turning point for you? Because I'm trying to understand what this surge is really about.
The surge is about, we can't for me personally, I just can't watch Pauline do this on her own. She's been on her own for so long. And now there's this...
Was there a moment that changed that made you go, hold on, I want to be there with Pauline to do this?
It was really, my friend said, why don't you step up?
Why did you choose that point in time to say it? I want to understand the surge.
Because when I came here from New Zealand in the year 2000, everyone had a fighting chance. If you are an immigrant from any walk of life, you had a red hot go. The Italians, the Greeks, everyone before us, they had a red hot go. You're an honest, hard-working bloke, you have a good go. Now, it doesn't matter if you're honest, hard-working, whatever, there's no chance. And it's not right. And it's not the Australia that I came to in the year 2000. It's a completely different place. And the mismanagement They're just absolutely carving out the middle class, absolutely carving the middle class out. And if you want a description of a good community and a good country, it's told by the size of the middle class.
Yeah, that's true. I think sometimes you watch the political atmosphere and you think, oh, those poor people, those poor immigrants, those poor whoever. But eventually it's touching everyone.
It is.
So I had to sell my house because of the rates. Now I'm renting and now I've got to move because my owner can't afford the tax. So it's really affecting my life now and I'm like, nah, I've got to get involved. So it hits you. Something touches you and you can't afford to leave.
I've got 4 kids, mate.
100%. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
He's stopping me in, I think.
What happened?
She wants an interview.
Oh, that's.
No.
What do you mean you don't want? Why don't you want an interview?
You're going to ask me first?
No, we're not vetting the questions. Why are you here?
Because I love One Nation.
Why do you love One Nation?
I love their policies. I agree with their policies. I align with what Pauline says. As far as I'm concerned, the country's stuffed and we need change.
How long have you been a One Nation supporter for?
So I was 18 and
So about 3 weeks.
and I'm in my 50s.
You're in your 50s.
Yeah, so
I don't know what's more shocking, that she's in her 50s or she's been a supporter of One Nation from before it was cool.
yeah, when she was really unpopular.
So that's, my maths is not great, but we're saying 30 years?
I'm nearly 54.
54? Is that 30 years? Yeah? 20, 50? Yeah? Yes. No, so I guess my question is, 30 years, more than 30 years, you've supported One Nation. 30 years ago, even 5 years ago, even 4 years ago, they were demonised. It was a fringe party. How do you feel now, seeing the surge, seeing how popular, seeing how mainstream they are?
I think the tide's changing. It's like, I think people are starting to realise that we need change.
Do you feel vindicated?
No.
Do you feel that you were ahead of the curve, you saw what was happening, and now the country's coming with you?
Yeah, I reckon. But my grandparents, they also voted for her too when she first came in. So it's been like a family thing.
Amazing. All right. Well done, guys. I hope you enjoyed the interview.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thanks,
thanks
guys.
for coming here too.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
I'm just going to quick selfie.
Or we can just put the mic up there and very interactive with people.
All right.
Just get it. Just get a bit interactive with it.
Yeah.
I was hungry for a story. The honesty and respect to do that, They talk all about this in the Navy, about how we should have all this courage and everything. Where's our politicians now? What are you hiding? You're the only one. I really appreciate it. My wife can't be here tonight. She is so jealous. I asked her for Darren Hercus in the last state election, and got me involved in politics. Wife didn't care much about that. Jumped around the Liberal Party a little bit. Wife didn't care. When I said I'm getting on One Nation, the first word was, I love Pauline. So I'm wondering if you can sign this one tonight, if that's all right. I'm actually bringing it to the Barbie tomorrow, but I just want to make her jealous tonight. Yep, she's going to be so jealous.
Just show it to the camera when you're done. We want to show the evidence of Pauline Hanson signing your breasts.
There we go. I say my wife's going to be so jealous to see this. And when you have a photo, that's all right. Carl's going to take a photo.
The evidence for the wife that it was real.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sorry, boss, we're going to jump up. I've had my phone up. Let's just go to do the auction.
You better go off that stage.
Good evening again, team. Before all the potential bidders leave the room, I figure it's time we do our little auction. While we're doing that, and I do this quite a lot, but it's always interesting to me, so can I just see a show of hands in this part of the room, who is actually a member? Because I know they can't. Look at that. Now look around, keep your hands up. Alright, now put them down. Now this isn't to ostracise or vilify, but put your hands up if you're not a member. Keep them up. Now everybody look around. You people have about 20 minutes to indoctrinate. Members, indoctrinate those people. 20 minutes, that's it. Get on it.
He wants to just has a message for Dad on the live stream.
Hey Dad, how you going? How's Tweed Heads? I'm
You missed out. We had a photo. I'm framing that one. It's going straight to the pool room.
I'll send it to you.
I put it down there because this is why she's on the big bucks, guys. She has all the big ideas. I was in combat engineering, another life, guys. All over it. All right, guys. Before we lose any more wallets out the front door. Yeah, look, we do have a few people amongst our membership that get very excited when we auction things off, and Sarah Hill is definitely one of them. Now, I'm going to introduce someone else, because we usually have our game show host extraordinaire, Executive Chair, Mr. Greg Cheeseman, auction things off, because he is an absolute weapon at this stuff. Me, not so much. But we're going to use this as a bit of a test. Because one of our fantastic branch coordinators for the seat of Potham, Mr. Aaron Sanford, give him a round of applause. He's an absolute weapon. I told him this is not a test, this is a test. This is not a test, this is a test.
Yeah, you do.
So come on, Az, up again, mate, let's go. Now it is a signed item, signed by the boss herself. Number 968 of 1,000. Number 968 of 1,000. We bought the last 10 of these, I believe, in Victoria a few weeks ago. So there was literally only 10 more in existence, and this is one of them. Dig deep. All proceeds will be going to the party and the state campaign in November as we try to save this bloody state of ours. Azza, I reckon it's a reasonable price to start at about 250.
250 sounds good. Anyone who wants to start off at 250 here? I got one person here, 250. Anyone else? Anyone else? You can move higher than that. Come on. 1,000? $1,000. Can anyone do better than $1,000 here? 1,100. You can't do that. Darren's excluded. You can't do it. All right, we can do more than $1,000. 1,100 going to this woman here. Can I get 1,200?
Harvey has it.
All right, 1,200.
I am Jewish, you know.
Can we do 1,300? 1,300 to that gentleman there. Anybody else? 1,400. 1,400. 1,400. Come on, guys. It can't be just these two guys. What do you? 1,400. 1,500. 1,500. Okay, there we go. 1,500 guys for this lovely frame artwork. What do you say? 2,000. Wow. $2,000. Who thinks they can do better than that? Anyone for 2,100? 2,100. Well done. We got 2,200. 2,200. Goodness gracious. All right.
Let's get it.
$2,500.
Get a good angle.
All right. You going higher? 2,600. Get back to
Is she going to pour a beer? Oh, she's going to pour a beer. Okay. Pour a beer, get a good shot.
$3,000.
I'm going to order one off first.
Going twice.
Come on.
Sold. That gentleman in for $3,000.
All right, get a good shot. What? Get a good shot. Get a good shot of it. She's pouring a beer for me. I'm ordering a beer. How you going, man? Oh, you're much more good looking than the usual staff here.
They're pretty good.
My usual flirting doesn't work with them though. Can I get a Carlton? It's not going to work. Oh. Meanwhile, can I get Carlton Dry?
So again, thank you to the venue. Thank you to you guys, the people of Nepean, for making us feel so welcome. Get behind
Look at that!
Do you just want a photo now?
I was genuinely hoping she would stuff it up so I can get a refund, but that was a perfectly poured beer.
Yeah, boys, good stuff.
Let me fix out for the beer. Let me fix out for the beer. Thanks, guys. Love that. Look at that, being served a beer perfectly poured.
The best bartenders in Rosebud. Give them a shout out.
Best, but second best. Pauline's better than you guys.
She's better, but we're close.
Close,
We're
mate.
close.
Cheers, boys.
Get on the bus.
How is it?
Oh, I needed that. I needed that. All right. What?
Chips as well with the beer.
Yeah, I got served a beer by Pauline. What did you get? What did you get? You got
nothing.
No, you're looking at remigration. That's pretty much it.
I get deportation.
You get deportation while I get a beer.
No.
How you going?
Well done in the lockdown, mate.
Oh, thank you. Jeez, that feels like a lifetime ago.
I know, but it's important. No, you don't know. You don't get me.
Did you get a good shot of that? I love that she's showing them how to take a selfie. I've got a... Not because Pauline did it, but because it was free.
Sorry. The best curry chips.
I might come by tomorrow. Tomorrow? Is it the one Irish pub around here? McDays. McDays.
Are you doing the breakfast tomorrow morning?
I don't know. We're doing the press conference, so I prefer probably to go early and set up.
Did you get the lady out the front?
I'm just going to run I'll try something. Thanks for your trailblazer. Thanks so much. You're a legend.
Well, it's the whole British history. That's what it is. They're confused from that. Oh, did he win it? He won the...
That's it.
How does it feel that he was actually the candidate for the Liberal Party running against Daniel Andrews in the last election, and now he's here with One Nation, repping your T-shirt and promoting One Nation?
Isn't it fantastic? So people do wake up. They were kittens then, now they're cats, and they've opened up their eyes and they know what's going on.
We're going to do a big interview tomorrow, but how do you feel tonight went?
Absolutely fantastic. I was shocked by the number of people because it was very short notice my coming down here, and to arrive here and a room full of people here, the enthusiasm, the people that just want change in their state is marvellous.
There was one journalist as you're walking in, Paul Dowsley, who's fangirling you, which you won't know this, which is quite funny. 10 years ago when I invited you to come talk to the Jewish community, he ran a whole set of hit pieces in that period of time for rallies we were running on the policies that you promote, calling them, all the regular names. But suddenly, even the mainstream media, even Paul Dowsley, has shifted, and he seems to love you. What happened there?
Well, okay. I think people want honesty out of their politicians. So no, I don't BS when I answer a question. I answer the question. I don't beat around the bush with people or media. But all I say to the media, give me a fair go. If you don't give me a fair go, you'll never get an answer.
He's giving you a fair go nowadays, which to me is shocking because, like I said, 10 years ago, he was demonising me for my connection to you, just for inviting you. And today I see, and I said to him, well done, I'm glad to see what changed. He goes, I got grey hair.
People are sort of waking up and realising what's happening. Maybe he's had a good hard look at what's happening in his state with the state of the politics here, and the state is in one hell of a mess here. So everyone's waking up. But you have no idea the number of people that have come up and apologised to me. I said, what for? Because I was one of those protesters against you. I never understood what your message was. These people now woken up what I want to do for the country, that I'm passionate about the country.
There was a protester here before who said that everyone coming here is uneducated. What would you say to her?
I think when you got one compared to the number that are in this room, I know who's the one who's uneducated.
She was very pro-immigrant until Rukshan said that he supported you. and she was pro-immigrant, just not Rukshan because he had the wrong opinion. Do you get that a lot?
They are very blinded by their opinions, and they don't want to face reality. If you look at a lot of the people in this room are of an ethnic background that's not white, all right? And that doesn't mean anything because people have come here for a new way of life. And they are supporting me because they don't want this country to become like the place they've left. But these people don't know. I bet she was young, she's never travelled, she's never left the country, she wouldn't have a clue what she's talking about. And so therefore, people aren't interested in her opinion.
What would you say to the undecided voter who still might be willing to vote the Liberal Party in this by-election?
I want them to really have a good look at their policies, what they're standing for, and I'll say to them, the way the state of the nation is, you're being taxed to death, business is going under, no hope of the future, of you ever owning your own home, then you've got businesses going, I just say to them, what do you want in the future? Are you going to lock yourself away and be on welfare for the rest of your life? Because I'll tell you what, you'll be lucky you didn't get welfare.
Thank you. All right, we'll do the proper interview tomorrow, but that was great. Perfect sound bites. There we go. I got her just to react to the protest, which is good for cutting to it. Get some B-roll. Yeah, sorry. So I'm walking around kicking people. Thank you.
You're amazing.
This is going to get B-roll. Because I think a clip. I got to react to Paul Dowsey. He ran that. He didn't run.
I can have a photo with you. I just want to say I think what you do is wonderful. Good on you. Coming out. Do I go like that? Yeah. Is that it?
Can't leave the Russian out.
Okay.
You might as well get a photo before he gets deported.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Love your
You do
boys'
a wonderful
work.
job.
Thank you, guys. What is
Yeah,
it?
you do. And that guy, that crazy one, kidnapped someone. He was really nasty.
Mohammed.
Yeah, he's a maniac.
I didn't even have to know his name, and I know he's Mohammed.
Which one in the video? Yeah.
How long
is this?
How good is this?
Oh, fantastic. I love it. Did my text orange runner? Or white? It is.
Done?
I want to talk about Paul Dowsey. So we'll have some. Click on her.
I might get a quick selfie with the Russian and the Arby.
Do you really need Rukshan? Remigration now!
As well.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Where we go? Here.
Rukshan as well. I want Rukshan in. I love Rukshan.
Do you? Be honest.
Love you too, Arby. No, legit. Thanks, baby.
Thank you.
You guys do tremendous work.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. So, have a shot on her. I just want to talk to him because I want to cut, I don't know. Paul Dowsey.
Yeah.
You got a good angle. How you going, guys? I hope you're enjoying the live stream, but this I need for the report at the end. Paul Dowsey, somebody that, for a decade has been reporting on One Nation, has been reporting even almost a decade ago. I invited Pauline, Hanson to Caulfield to talk to the Jewish community, and I ran some rallies at the time, and Paul Dowsey, who I knew, demonized me for it. And, with all the same slurs, as you've heard Till recently, but now I see him. I saw him in Bondi. I've seen him here now. In love with Pauline.
Yeah.
What do you think happened?
Well, all the media, all the mainstream media in Australia has had to eat humble pie and come to the realization that there's a lot of public support for Pauline Hanson. So for them to now talk against her in the disparaging manner that they have against One Nation voters, they're insulting a lot of people, and they're too afraid now to do that. So I think he's come around to understanding that there is a lot of support out there for One Nation, and that people are going to keep calling him out on it. I spoke to plenty of people here that noted that Paul Dowse is actually here, and they were reminding me of the past when he was, covering COVID, for instance, and they haven't forgiven him. So the people have a long memory. Yes, he's sucking up to Pauline Hanson and sucking up to everyone these days and pretending like the past was never there, but as is the rest of the media. And you're seeing that even with the ABC sometimes trying to get access to these events. This is where the people want to congregate and support One Nation, and they need to accept that this is where the mood of the country has shifted.
A lot of the media I've seen are now platforming her. You're seeing, but obviously that's because she's polling more than the Liberal Party, higher than the Liberal Party, and sometimes even higher than Labor nationally. So they have to kind of talk about it. But with Paul, it's gone from what seemed like hate to love. I guess there is a fine line at the end of the day, isn't there?
There is a fine line, but maybe he's always been a closet One Nation supporter. Who knows? So I don't know.
You can't say closet with Paul Dowse, you know that.
Why come?
He's gay.
Well, anyway.
He is literally gay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
He's not closet though. He's open about it.
I didn't know that. But
yeah, I'm sure you did. This is why we're deporting him. No, and I want to somehow feed into the ABC. ABC's not here. Channel 9, Channel 7, The Age, the Herald Sun. I saw everyone's here. ABC isn't. But it's not because they didn't want to. They've been banned. I asked Pauline as she was walking in. They've been banned. How do you feel about that? Do you think it's good to ban the ABC from these events?
I understand why it's happened from One Nation because, frankly, if I were them, I'd ban all the other media organizations, but they haven't done that. But ABC, as the public broadcaster, I think One Nation, Pauline Hanson has said to defund them. She sees no place for them, and I understand that as someone that also supports defunding the ABC, because for a long time, Avi, they have only covered the major parties, really, and they've covered the Greens and all the left-wing socialist parties. Do you ever see them come to minor party events? Do you ever see them cover, One Nation or UAP events in the past? No, they've never done that. And now, again, they're just riding on the coattails of what the public wants to see, and they're being denied access to it. But you've been denied access to events.
I was so hoping
when you wanted to cover Daniel Andrews' press conference, they kicked you out, and the media were all okay with that. It wasn't about freedom of the press then. And I support freedom of the press, and I understand the broad principle of being accountable. But they do get opportunities to question Pauline Hanson in Parliament House, and she does answer their questions and so on. This is an event that they can control access to, and they're choosing to do it, I think, just to make a point, more than anything, because, like you said, Paul Dowse is here, The Age is here, Channel 9 is here. It's not about left-wing, right-wing media. It's just the ABC has been quite vindictive when covering One Nation.
I was really hoping to bump into them outside, and I'm gonna do a quick search, but I don't think they're here. And I would have said, listen, I am gonna fight for you the way you fought for me when Dan Andrews banned me from his press conferences, not even his events, not even his private events, his press conferences, which the ABC will be at the press conference tomorrow. Maybe I'll get my chance there to tell them that I fought for them the same way they fought for me.
Yeah, 100%. And, the mainstream media never care when independent media is not included. They want to be a part of that little exclusive club. So they're getting a little bit of a taste of that, thanks to Pauline Hanson and One Nation. And, it's comic gold, it's good fun. And, I'm sure they'll be there tomorrow at the press conference.
I might have a chat with them. We might have a chat with them. Guys, make sure to tune in it'll be about 11 a.m. is the press conference, so a little bit before 11 a.m. we'll go live from the press conference, and we're probably going to continue the live while Pauline Hanson is campaigning on the streets of Rosebud or wherever they're going. We'll follow them. and capture her engagement with the local community. I imagine that it's going to be a lot of support. If there's any protester, I'm betting they're not from the local area, because I've seen and I've spoken even before we turn the cameras on here. Locally, there is a lot of support.
That's the sense I get. So I've asked a lot of people here, just as I'm filming here behind the camera, how they feel about what's happening, how their neighbours feel, and they think that there's a lot of people that support this but haven't really spoken out yet. So I don't think we have any indicative calls yet for the Nepean by-election, but if we can take what happened in South Australia and maybe replicate that here, there might be a lot of people that come out on election day supporting One Nation with the groundswell that we've seen for One Nation across the country.
I just got to think about what the call to action. Let me think of a call to action. I think, what was the URL we bought? Oz Votes. What? What's he doing? Oh, check the other camera. I had that running or something. Yeah.
Hello, sir. You're better than the protest, mate.
Back in the old days.
Yeah,
We went into the-
used to be standing there, filming everyone.
you.
Always standing like that.
And they poked him in the face with a stick. And he's just asking you a free solution. Literally chanting him and pulling him. And they poked him with a stick in his face. Like Labour argument. He can't even talk. I saw it the way they treat him.
Benji, let's do the call to action. Oh, it's an Oz Decide. Yeah, I might use that one. Let me just see.
Established, they've got a lot of people talking their language, get them on board. So it's very hard. I should have went and learned some basic language.
Oh yeah. Is that a good back shot? Guys, if you're enjoying the live stream, make sure to smash that like, that share button, let people see how the One Nation event here in Rosebud was tonight in the lead up to the Nepean by-election. But as you know, this is behind the scenes. This is a live stream behind the scenes of the produced reports that we do. So you get to see how we also do the call to actions and things like that. Call to action that I'm going to do now is what goes at the end of the reports. You'll recognise them at the end of the report here. Should I do Follow Avi or should I do Oz Decides? Oz Decides, we'll promote that. If you enjoy this report on what really happened here tonight in Rosebud, make sure to like, comment and share it far and wide, because you won't see it on the ABC, that's for sure. And then head over to ozdecides.com. Make sure to bookmark the page. And if you support the work that we're doing here and you support our election coverage in Australia, every election, consider chipping in on that page, ozdecides.com. We cannot afford to do this kind of work without your support. We're 100% viewer funded, so we need your support. ozdecides.com. Let me do another one just in case I decide to use a different call to action. I shouldn't have had that beer before I did that. All right, one more. I'll do one more. I'll do a different URL in case. If you enjoyed this report, Benji's shaking. Benji, I'm the one that drank the beer and you're shaking. Pauline poured me one. If you enjoyed this report, make sure to like, comment and share it far and wide. You certainly will not see it on the ABC. No, that was ridiculous. Ready? If you enjoyed this report, make sure to like, comment, but most importantly, share it far and wide. And then head over to followrv.com. Make sure to subscribe to the mailing list and follow me across all platforms so you never miss a thing. Followrv.com. What are we doing? That's in the live. Coming. All right. What do you reckon? That was the live. What are we still? Let's see. Who's watching it on a Friday night?
There's a lot of people watching.
Yeah, a lot of people saying 2-pot screamer. Yeah, I'm pissed already. One pot screamer. Let's read some. Let's see if there's super chats. We might as well do that.
Super chats, yeah.
Guys, if you got some super chats, we'll read them now. We might as well now. This is for the live stream.
How do you find them?
So what you got to go through onto your account.
Yeah.
So guys, super chats on YouTube. We'll read them now while we're here. So switch account.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Let's see if we have. Do you have super chats?
Yeah.
Right.
I got my ones.
Yeah, you go.
I got one from Luke Quay here. She says she will sell us out and never stop immigration. I'm hard right, not a lefty. She is owned. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe she's talking about the lady that we were talking about outside. But Pauline Hanson, I think she has smart policies on immigration, Avi. What do you think?
Yeah,
I think they're considered and smart policies that address the situation, but also they're applicable. More people can maybe agree with them as well. What do you reckon?
Hold on. I'm busy. What do you? I didn't even hear your question.
I'll keep going.
Oh, here. Oh, sorry. I got it. I found it. Yeah, go. You go. What was the question?
No, she's saying she's hard right on immigration, but I think she's got the right measure on immigration.
I agree.
Because we do need to stop mass immigration. We need to control all immigration. There should be no illegal immigrants staying in Australia, overstaying their visas. That whole program needs to be checked. And the most basic things, like people that come to this country, they should have the willingness to assimilate, learn the language, be a part of the culture, or otherwise it doesn't work out.
Yeah, totally. And that's why, it's funny because the actual far right hate Pauline Hanson's general policies, including immigration, because they say that she's bought and sold her soul or whatever it is. So she's actually quite balanced. Her policies are rational. There's not a policy of One Nation that I can think of that I disagree with at the moment.
Yeah, they're all pretty good. Lee Quay's on a few more. Ask Avi, is Israel and Australia were at war, who would he fight for? Guys, we have done this.
Sri Lanka.
He would fight for Sri Lanka. Wait, mate, Luke Quay's been he sends me the super chats for the anti-Avi super chats.
I've got it. He sent me as well.
He sent you as well.
Mate, I'm not going to read it.
We don't need a James Fishbank, Thomas Massey, Luke Quay. That's what you said in your super chat. And he's done another one. He says, Australia is filthy rich in resources. We should not be paying taxes. I probably agree with him on that. We should exploit our resources.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Thanks for watching, mate. Thanks for the super chat, and thanks for supporting my show. That's what I wanted to hear.
So literally the hater was your biggest funder.
He funded me about $25, $30 today.
Well, Luke, same guy. One Nation, Israel first. Just like Trump sold out to them, so will Pauline. Remember this. All I can say to that is thank you for the super chat. You're actually funding the Jews. You idiot. Anyways, Dr. Ants Pants says, the first man you interviewed said it well. One Nation is a party of mums and dads, sons and daughters of all backgrounds who just want who want a better go in life with safety, tax relief, opportunity, and national pride. True.
Agreed.
Take that as a comment. Thank you for the super chat. We have Emma Pascal says, thanks Avi and Rukshan for bringing us this live stream. Great to see people looking happy and confident about the future. Go Pauline. It's so true. The vibe here tonight was hopeful, excited, happy. Something we are lacking a lot in Victoria.
Yeah, and also patriotic. Obviously, everyone here doesn't have to be said, but they're proud to be Australian. Like, it doesn't have to be said. You know that the people here are proud to be Australian.
I'm a big fan, man.
Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you.
I need my lovely girl to take a photo of you.
You need a yeah. Let's get a photo.
Getting a photo done while we're doing the super chats, guys. But yeah, that was the thing, Avi. Like, everyone's very patriotic.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be said, guys. Like, you just know from the mood here that you're in a place where people love the country, where people love Australia, and it doesn't have to be said. It's a good, cheery, positive mood. Despite the issues that we're going through as a country, people here have a positive outlook.
Next super chat from Cruel Intentions. Good to see you back on the chat. Thank you for the super chat. We now have a party growing, so we also need One Nation members to get into local council positions, not just into Parliament. That's true. I like that idea. I'd like to see, because you need to come at this from every level of government, and I would love to see One Nation also taking, like the Greens do, taking over local councils. And you know what they can do then in local council? You know what they can do? They can focus on roads, rates, and bloody rubbish. Baz a Dark Horse, welcome to the super chats again. Love to see you here. Love your work, lads. Hail my orange queen. Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go. Hail. Thank you for the super. Cruel Intentions added, put in a good work for me with Bianca and give her my number. Cruel Intentions. Cruel Intentions always has cruel intentions.
I think that guy's got to be investigated.
Investigated, yeah. And half the super chats are going to be logged for evidence. Hello's David says, only just joined the live stream. What is this event about? Has something already happened, or is it something happening soon? Well, this event is about the by-election. So it's a by-election here in Nepean. The seat that Sam Groth walked away from, the Liberal Party. He was the deputy leader, I think, and who knows the true story, but he was saying it was a mix between the infighting in the Liberal Party as well as the media chasing after his family that made him quit. Whatever, but it will be, I think that there's a lot of focus on this by-election because people are going to take it as a signal of what kind of support One Nation really has here in Victoria.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And because with the...
Come here. Come here.
That's okay. We'll do this first.
Why is this election here? Why is this by-election so important?
It's just to make Australia like it used to be. And come over there and talk to Rishi.
To who?
The Indian girl. See that Indian girl? She was.
Is that Rukshan's cousin?
She was squealing. She's Pauline's number one fan. Number one fan. I promise you. But you know what she says? She says, "You white people have got to take Australia back," and she's lovely. Rushi, absolutely adorable. She's my neighbour.
They told me I have to talk to. We want to see what Rukshan's cousin was.
He's got a man crush on you. He's been waiting for a while.
Hey, just let's do it. Yeah, I like how you have to kneel down.
Hey, there we go.
I like how we look about the same height.
Yeah, that's all right. I know how to do it, so...
What nationality are you?
You would never guess it.
Greek, no, I'm going to get in trouble. Macedonian, no. Italian. Palestinian, if I'm not going to guess it.
No, half English and half Mauritian.
Oh, Mauritian, all right. That's the Mauritians coming through.
Yep.
Well, we've been told tonight by a protester out the front that immigrants will not support One Nation, and then she kind of flipped out when Rukshan told her he supported One Nation, and it turns out he's the wrong kind of immigrant. What would you answer to that?
Oh, I think immigrants will follow One Nation. The thing that really concerns me is a lot of them are saying that One Nation are racist. They're not racist. They want the best for Australians. What are you? What are me? What's he? We're all
We just don't want
Australian.
radicalisation. That's all we don't want. We don't want radicalisation.
So let's get Australia fixed up. Once we fix it up, then we can open our doors to letting more people in.
Do you think this election is... Because there's so much attention on this by-election. And do you think that is because people are looking at this going, Well, this is going to give us a gauge of what the next election is going to be like, whether One Nation is really going to perform well here in Victoria, or whether the hype hasn't reached the communist state yet.
I don't think the hype's really reached the communist state yet. It'll be a bit of a heat map, but you've got to look at the demographics of the area. What I think will happen is you're probably going to see some of the blue voters swing over to One Nation. So that's probably going to give you a bit of a good indication, but both parties are going to lose votes. And then I'd say One Nation may pick up the Delta, maybe get the win.
Do you think though do you think that the attention on this election is because people want to see whether One Nation is going to perform well in Victoria?
I think it's a little bit more than that. I think as a Victorian, we are angry. We're spending $1 million an hour. We've got a $220 billion debt that my kids, my grandkids, and their grandkids are going to have to pay off. This isn't the Australia that we grew up in as immigrants, right? When we were young, we could leave the lights on all night, could leave the water on all day because we had infrastructure. We don't have that at the moment. So I think Australians have had enough, and it's time that someone comes in, shakes up this mess, and we've got to work out how we're going to fix it. And I think One Nation have got some good strategies, some good policies behind that. So let's see them do it. And they can't do it unless you vote them in.
Love it. All right. Have you been like a long time One Nation supporter, or you're new to the...
New. I ran for council.
Who did you run? Like
Casey Council.
As independent?
No. Actually, I did run as an independent. The Liberals wouldn't endorse me. But
why? What did you do wrong? Or what did you do right?
Don't endorse council.
Oh, okay.
But what I can tell you is in my seat that I ran for, there were 6 Labor plants and there were 9 on the ballot. I was last on the ballot. Did well in the primaries, but this preferencing got us. So preferencing is really, really wrong. And I think that's something that we need to go and address.
Yeah.
Because the people, they voted one, for me. And then when they were forced to vote for the seconds and the thirds and the fourths and the fifths, that's how they all got up and got the win. So I don't think a lot of the constituents and the voters that I go and see every day in the coffee shop, they're really, really angry about the outcome. So hopefully on the agenda, we'll see some changes in the future.
Yeah, there definitely is. But this election, we're gonna use their corrupt system against them. Hopefully, I'm seeing a bit of a movement in that. There's a new party, Save the Environment. If you saw that, Save the Environment party, and that's preferencing like
we need to educate voters on where the
But voters won't. That whole system.
Thanks for the
Thank you. Oh, no, I want to get one question answered by, I reckon, one of them. Why are we there? 2 minutes. We'll get Pauline. Yeah, I'm going to ask you one more question. Have you had a good night? Did you get into it?
Me too, mate. You want one? I'll buy you one.
That's alright.
Davo.
Go, girl.
What do you want?
A dry.
One dry, one draft.
Get on the beers. That's the only good thing Daniel Andrews ever said, isn't it? Oh, get on the beers. Just go with it. Give him credit for one thing.
I've got to be careful when I say everything on film.
Thank you, brother.
I tell you what, Blake, I was glued to your segments.
In COVID. Yeah, that was...
Still even now.
Oh, thank you.
I really honestly do. I really do.
Appreciate it.
I don't want to be on film, but
well, you better get out of the way.
I watch your shit every day.
Cheers.
Back when shit was going.
She's a fucking That's the headline. That's the headline we're going to go with. She's a She talks with everyone.
Can do this right now.
Imagine if this was Albanese or something. Seriously, imagine if this was Albanese or anyone else.
They'd be knocked
They'd
out.
be like, yeah, talk to. They pretend to talk and then they get rushed out. Like they don't give a shit. Sorry. She does. She really does. I believe she does.
Yeah. And you've seen she's been here for a couple of hours now, just talking to every voter. Average person, and she's holding a beer. How can you not love somebody that can stand there, drink a beer, and talk to the constituents? No security required, says the big guy standing on the side protecting her. Nothing much, you know. Enjoying a night out in Rosebud. Let's go. It's not called. I'm sorry to break it to you. It's not called a selfie when she's taking it, but we won't. Is our dad embarrassing?
So that means I'm doing it right.
It's all right. I embarrass my kids. Dad's role is to embarrass his kids.
In Queensland, give them a wave.
He wants you to give a wave to his family at home in Queensland.
Tricia in Queensland.
Why not? Why not? Let's have a couple. Hey, I'm not alcoholic. Don't worry about that. It's part of Aussie culture. I have to take it seriously. Listen, the footy is where I'll live now.
That's got
I love it.
The Starwood whiskey tasting on Sunday.
Oh, where are you going? And then we wrap that up. If they're out, I'll check it before we go. Listen, before before I start slurring my words. You know, back when I started this, like 10 years ago when I first started going to protests, I used to go to the pub. Down a couple.
Does courage.
Yeah, down a couple of pints, and because you'd go into like the most hostile environment, and I was just like a little bit of Dutch, and then I realized like I was watching back some of the footage. I was like, dude, I'm slurring, and I realized like it helps you just break that ice initially, but you'll break that ice in 10 seconds either way. So I just learnt to.
For me, it's adrenaline. Under pressure. I actually first saw you in COVID, like the lockdown days, lockdown protests and stuff, and I was stuck into a shoebox in South Melbourne. This guy.
Those were fun days.
Would you do us a favour?
Depends how big the favour is.
Sign that for us?
Yeah, sure.
Where's Ruckshaw?
You were just talking to Pauline, weren't you? Yeah. I want to ask you, because it's quite amazing that I've seen her all night walking around talking to everyone and anyone.
Yeah.
Is that unique? Do you feel that that's a special...
I think she's awesome. I just said to her, how do you feel after an event like this when you go home? To just go, oh, you know, she goes, yeah, I do. Because, you know, she's talking to so many people all the time and we're all wanting to ask her questions and, yeah, you know.
Have you ever met a politician that gives you that much time?
Well, I've never met a politician. So I met Bernie Finn the other night for the first time.
He was here tonight as well.
Yeah, and he gave me the time of day. He was awesome. But no, Pauline's the first one that I've met. Yeah, she's nice. She's just down to earth.
The only one that gives you stuff.
Yeah.
She is. No one else does.
Oh, it's
Everyone else has stuff in the country.
Where do you want it?
She's trying to fix it. So, thank you so much.
The man can multitask. Look at that.
Yeah, that's right. Show this to my wife who's watching right now. I can multitask, and she's going to say, yeah, he's very good at drinking, so he knows. Rukshan. He's not deported yet, but hopefully sometimes... Oh, yeah, he's over there.
Have you, off the camera, have you been on
I think what we see on TV is a lot of anti-Western propaganda. I think Trump is successful, which I think he will be. The world is going to be a better place. Within 6 months, I can't last. I've got these two more questions.
Oh, fair enough. They want to stuck around in the hard yards.
That's what we do.
Can I get a photo of you?
Yeah.
Where's beer? It's always a group chat, mate. Videos, the man, the myth.
And the boys took our photo at the pub all night and some stuff and they said, oh, if you come for what's your name, maybe the orange and what's it in the photo. You want to wait in as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Behind me, I don't know what's this. Sneaking up on us. Get good B-roll of her.
Love boys,
Pauline doesn't discriminate, it's men and women. People are saying to me, they're looking at you and they're going, how does she manage to stand here and talk to every single person? But how do you do it? How do you do that? Like the average person doesn't get to experience that. If Albanese was at an event, do you think he would walk around and talk to every single one? So what drives you to do that?
That's what they say to me every time. Politicians get invited to events, they have a meal and they're out the door, do a speech and then leave. I'm usually nearly the last one to leave an event. Can I take a back point? When I was actually imprisoned, I had 4,000 letters from the people. And those letters that came through and the support that I got. And I've never forgotten that. So if people want to meet me and spend time with me, I will give them my time. These people come up and all say, you're our last hope. That means so much to me. And if that's how strongly they feel about me, the love that I'm getting from these people, I'm going to give it back to them.
Well said. And finally, why do you think there's so much attention on this by-election? Why are so many people interested in the result here?
Because it will impact what's going to happen in the state election in November. So people want change. They're just saying, we need change.
Are they looking at it like a test, as in, is One Nation able to actually penetrate the Victorian communist state? Were they at? Is it true? Is the polling true in Victoria? Is that why people are looking at it?
I think they are. They do want change, but they're terrified. My God, if we vote for One Nation, are we actually going to put the Labor Party back in again? But I said to them,
but I mean, as like the media, why is there so much attention? Why is everyone so interested in the result of some by-election? We never see this much attention on a by-election. Why is this one special in Victoria?
Because they saw what happened in South Australia, so they know that would actually reflect here in this by-election here in Victoria, and they know that the Labor Party are on the nose in this state and people want change. And a lot of people don't trust the Liberal Party because they've done nothing, absolutely nothing over the period of time. So people desperately want change.
That was the exact soundbite I needed. Thank you. Let's go, Rukshan. Isn't it funny that all the Indians just like join each other at the end of the night?
We've got to protect ourselves, brother.
Let's see if there's any other super chats. Otherwise, I got that last soundbite I needed. Oh no, we got it. That's it. Oh wait, maybe I didn't. Do you have any others you want to read before we close do you have any others?
No, there's no others.
Right. I just had to I thought of a new thing. All right, guys, thank you for joining the live stream. Make sure to hit that like before you go, share the live stream, and later this week, we will give you the full produced report, which will be a lot more fast-paced and exciting than this. We just missed something. I don't know, it was funny.
Maybe don't end it.
Yeah, maybe let's just come and watch what happens.
Oh, look at that.
Off she goes. And there you have it, Pauline Hanson now leaving the campaign event here in Nepean in Rosebud. Next stop, the press conference. I reckon we can end it. Yeah, we'll end it. She's leaving now anyway. Okay. See you later, mate. No worries. Stay out of trouble.
Stay out of trouble. I'm working Bruce with One Nation.
How you feeling, Benji? Yeah. Benji's been behind the camera. Let's have an interview with Benji. We can't hear you. Where's the mic? Oh, here.
You good?
I was interviewing Benji.
Oh, you were interviewing Benji? About what?
I don't know.
Oh, you interviewed
2 2 1 2.
Yeah. Let's see this. For the live stream.
Yeah, how's your night been, Benji?
Fun, tiring at the same time.
Is Avi working you hard?
Yeah. It's normal though.
Do you want to put in any workplace complaints?
Nah, I'll be all right.
What?
I'll be all right.
I can't hear him.
What's he saying?
I said I'll be all right.
What did-
What
did he say?
He'll be all right.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, I got the microphone. I can hear myself clearly.
What do you have to say to the people that are watching at home, Benji? What do you want them to know tonight?
Like and subscribe.
What do you think about One Nation?
The best.
What?
The best.
They're the best?
They're the best party in Australia, man. Yeah.
Are you gonna vote for One Nation?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. Who else? Who else will I vote for, man?
All right, guys, we're going to cut the interview there. Benji is not giving us too much. We're going to have to get him a bit drunk and then interview him some other time.
I don't drink, actually.
That was pathetic.
I don't drink, you know.
That was pathetic. You don't drink?
No, I don't drink.
Why not?
I don't like alcohol. I drink tea only.
We'll cut that part out, guys. I thought it would be fun interviewing Benji, but he doesn't want to participate. Hey, see you, bro. Nice seeing you, man. Long time, man. It's on you, yeah. Guys, you're going to have to watch this shot of Benji. We're just waiting for Avi to come in, and then we're going to end the stream for tonight. Thanks for joining in. As you can see, the night is coming to an end. It's been a very, I think, successful event that we've covered here for One Nation, for the by-election here in the electorate of Nepean. Early polling starts next week, and I think May 2nd, or around that time, is the actual vote for the by-election. So the Liberals up against One Nation. I think the result will be very interesting, and everyone's watching it very closely. But you can see a lot of community support here in the electorate of Nepean here in Rosebud. You're still on you, Benji, the camera. Everyone's watching you. We've got to get Avi so we can finish up. Huh? Yeah.
That camera is still on to us. Yeah.
That's all right. Yeah, still on us, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to focus on that camera.
What do you want to say? You've always said when we had a podcast that you want to have your own microphone, you want to be a part of it. I'm giving you the microphone, so you tell the people what you want to say. Tell us everything about Avi Yemeni.
That actually, he... If I tell you what I actually want to say, then I might get you in trouble.
Me or you?
You in trouble.
We're waiting for Avi to finish.
Why don't you fit?
Come tell us about your camera.
Hey Benji, you want to go get our stuff? I'm saying, do you want to grab your stuff?
Yeah, grab the equipment. So the people said you have a very nice camera, Benji. Can you tell us a little bit about your camera?
Canon R6 Mark II, very rigged out.
What's all the stuff that's attached to it?
That's the cage for me to mount accessories because I like to look like I'm carrying a gun or rocket launcher. Doesn't it look like it?
How heavy is it?
Not that heavy. No, not that heavy. You used to carry a rig this big in it.
Yeah, never that big. I've always tried to find a smaller rig. That's what I've tried to done.
Nah, you should get a bigger rig because people will take you seriously.
Mate, you got a lot of fans in the comments. People are saying Benji's funny. I think you should start your own podcast, Benji. What do you reckon?
Maybe not a podcast, but you can maybe follow my socials and then you can see all the shit posting that I post every day. Yeah.
All right, get Avi. We'll end it off.
Done? All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We're going to say bye for the fifth time now. But that interview with Benji was important.
That was important. I think people got a lot out of it. I tried to get him to rat on you, but he was very loyal. He's very loyal. You know?
Listen, that's what I love about the Chinese. Everyone should own one.
Ask, what do you think about my hair, by the way?
What do we think about his hair?
No, for Christmas, Benji gave me a lock of his hair. He's asking me what I think about it. That was pretty freaky, to be honest. Straight in the bin. That was the weirdest shit ever. I don't know what to say.
All right, guys. Peace out. We're going to end this
everyone. Good night.